Here's a question. What is the recommended speed on a German Autobahn? Don't you not have a speed limit? I understand it's different from recommended. If I had to guess recommended and I had to put it in kilometers, I'm gonna go with 100? Maybe 120? Am I in the ballpark? Must have a speed limit. There's recommended speed too. I gotta tell, it's real popular here in America to be like, man, those Germans got it. They don't have a speed limit, dude. 130. Holy sh... All right. Yeah, you Germans got it. Because the ones that I named are approximately what most state speed limits have. I don't think we'd ever have a speed limit that's near 130. The most I've seen is around, like, I guess that would make it 125? Maybe 120? Which is here in Texas, which has, as far as I understand, pretty high speed limits. I feel a lot of other states keep them pretty low. And also, it's not as heavily enforced here in the United States, in the Texas, I feel like. In other states, they're a lot more punishing about speed limits. If you drive faster and have a crash, you might be at least partially at fault. That's fair. That's interesting, though. Don't you guys also have that rule where, like, you have to leave a lane open for emergency vehicles when it comes to, traffic? Like, really heavy traffic? Let me tell you something, that shit would not fly in America. We have too many, like, selfish assholes. I know that probably is used anyway, and there's legal repercussions and stuff, but that wouldn't change anything if it's the same thing here. I feel like it'd be way too frequent people just drive down that shit thinking they'd be faster than anybody. People are pretty bad here about, I feel like maybe I'm just becoming older and I'm able to pay more attention to these things, but I feel the average driver in America is becoming more and more selfish. And that's entirely anecdotal. And I have no source or base for this assumption. But I want to say it anyway. Hello, by the way. Happy Valentine's Day. To you too. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sexy game. That's right, we're playing Ace Attorney. Nothing's sexier than the brush guy. With his shiny teeth. God. Slow day. Hi, Ashtray. Hi, Mikey. Welcome. It's time to read the Overwatch patch notes. No, what's up? I haven't done more than just hop into the training range and splash at people a little. But, let me tell you something. I've not heard good things about New Pharah. Well, I'm willing to give it a try. Show me VTube. Vadotube, I think is how they want you to pronounce it, but I don't care. Wow. Making me pop up early by like, what is that, 15 seconds? I imagine you mean this one specifically. What do you want? Okay. Okay. Can you make it bigger? You mean like this? Because I make the window bigger. I imagine that's what you meant, as opposed to like increasing the size. You can also change. If I did something like this. You didn't announce. That is what's happening! It's been a while since I forgot that. Do you have say thanks to Lou? Well, Lou ain't here. On Smooth. Well, now it is. On Smooth. How do you know more about this than me? Well, now I have a green outline. I don't like Smooth. Okay. Okay. Happy Valentine's. Indeed. Hello, Seiko. Welcome. What's wrong with Smooth? Huh? That's all. Yeah, what if I kept it like this? What are you gonna do if I'm like this? Hmm? What if I don't swap to the one that you worked so hard on? Whap, 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 whap. I don't think it's shuffling. Why is YouTube like this? I'm okay with that. I just changed tiny things that might even be too distracting. What? What did you change? Get ready for this shit. It's about to get real. Anyway. And you inverted it. Wait, you made the beanie turn! Oh shit, I'm upside down. Ah! Dad, stop making me! There we go. Is it too distracting? Hmm? What'd you say? I'm looking at you. Hmm? 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 What? Hmm? Looks more HD. And then if I drop it like this, is it less HD? Because I made the actual window smaller. I like it, Picasso. Alright. Hey, what game is this? RTX is on. Yeah, this is a face cam. Hello, I am not escaping the furry allegations. A Commandos game, but that had no blur shit. Remember when I used to dress nice for streams? I had a full suit and everything. Or I was a dog. Nah, this is what I do now. I just wake up and I go, okay. This lines of pee. The one thing that's making me no, because here's what's up. We got things are too industrialized here. This is like Spider-Man. Marvel's Amazing Spider-Man. Where's like 2? No, 2 isn't out yet, is it? No, it came out. Nope. It's the finals. Nope. Kill! Kill! Super people. That title sucked. I like that I know what you're talking about, but that title for a video game sucks. Killing Floor. Do you think it's 2? It's only on PC and PS5. Would that be 3? Did Killing Floor 3 come out? I don't think it's 2. Because it's on PC and PS5. It was decent for the beginning. They made Super People 2 for some reason. What? What the fuck? What? Overwatch 2 had, like, extremely mild success. Quick! Make a fake sequel out of every game. Hurry! What the fuck? Wow, look at all this bad publicity this game has. That's money! Quick! Huh? Uh-huh. Huh. I don't think it's Deathloop. That's the only game I can think of that's on PC and PS5. Okay. I like this game. I quite liked this game. I kinda wish it was more involved. Once you know, like, the thing, it's over. But I mean, I liked it. It was cool. I wish Redfall was good. of hope for their Marvel project. But, apparently that one's in third person. We're gonna see what happens with that. I really personally think that if they basically made, like, a Dishonored or Deathloop, like, ImSim, I hate that term, but it's applicable, based on the vampire killing guy, that'd be a great game. And may I just remind you, Redfall had a fascinating lore. Like, I picked up all the stuff and it was talking about, like, oh yeah, no, they're using my blood and my blood to defend my family, and oh, they're experimenting on it. It's just not just like normal vampire shit. I was like, oh wow, this is actually very interesting. The game sucks. Anyway, this is Wordle for Valentine's Day of 2024. If you should not be spoiled, please just hold tab. Wasn't Redfall that vampire game where the vampires got stuck behind a car? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Like, there's like an opening cinematic, and it's quite grabbing, attention grabbing. It's really well made, and the ambiance of the area at the beginning is also like really well paced. When you get into buildings, the buildings feel like interesting set pieces, and then you have to walk and look at the vampires go, and they're like running, but they're stuck behind a fucking car, and you're like, okay, and you either like one-shot them or they're fucking bullet sponges, and then you keep walking. It could have been so good. It could have been. I feel like this was something that was in like the back pocket of the studio. There was some creative lead that was like, yeah, this would be like a really fascinating set piece, and they went, hey, could you make a live service game before we get bought by Microsoft? Hurry, make it. And then they did like a 180 once Microsoft actually bought them, and then we have what's left. Because there's like skins in that game. The guy I was playing, you could put on like a fursuit. And I was like, what? Who's playing this to grind out costumes for the co-op game? Oh, to see Subnautica 2 is gonna have a co-op and live service elements. They're not gonna do like a battle pass or some shit, but there's gonna be like events, I think. We'll see what happens. Anyway, time to actually do Wordle now. Wow. See if the 2064 successor is out. I doubt it. I feel like bells would have gone off in the Discord. Explosions. I would have been bombarded. I feel the second that drops, I'll be aware. Not that that's a problem. It's just likely. Not a thing. Wonderful. Fuck it. That's a better one. Should've done that first. Oh well. Resume the trip. Tomb Raider remake released today and I can't play it yet. Oh, delightful. Monaco or the Dominican Republic? Yeah, it's Laura's birthday, is it not? I say that as if I don't know that. Lou is currently playing through the most recent, I think the final of the most recent trilogy of Tomb Raider? The Tomb Raider Returns or whatever? Monaco, it is. Don't even know where it is. Thank God Comrade's not here. I had the game included in my very first 3D graphics card. For Tomb Raider? And you went, damn. I gotta get me a graphing table. Last time, I promise. I promise that's the last time I'll bring that up. Sorry. I'm glad this amuses you. But last time, never again. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, hey everybody. If you share anything that's slightly embarrassing about your past, I'm gonna hold it over you guys. Fun facts, apparently, here on the SJ stream. I'm shocked you haven't asked for internet domain by now. I'll go ahead and pick it for you. Since I've done this. .it for Italy. This feels wrong. That's why I'm here to balance things. Yeah, you're here to make fun of me. Thank God. Someone has to. Oh. Is there a river in Rome? No. Is the river in Florence? Yes. Yes. It was Rome! There's a river in Rome. Let's show off all my god. I doubted myself because I saw water. Unspoken rule of pick domain. No, there is a far preferred. Internet domain is popular, but there's tiers. People will scurry to pick certain categories over others. I think I want the direction marker. I feel like the distance marker is not that good. Like, it helps you know if you're in the right area, but it's basically a better circle marker. I'd rather have the arrow. We do have Malta. This is feeling Malton. However, oh, are there cacti in Malta? Does Malta have cacti? It's very dry, very shrubland. I don't think Bolivia or Peru, and definitely Uruguay, have this low of shrubbery. Are there cacti on Malta? I guess it's called a spaghetti western for a reason. I heard Peru. It is an option. However, this is not Peru. I'm like 90% sure this is Malta. Or it could be here? In Sardinia? Sun where? It's in the south, so it is the northern hemisphere. JoJo reference. It's around Italy. It's JoJo. Quick. Liège? Is this Belgium? The French end of Belgium? Oh yeah, Brussels. Yeah. Flanders! Alright. More direction markers. Ah. Fuck! I'm sorry, that was famous. God damn it. I wanted to flex so hard that I knew exactly where we were. I forgot. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is bad. World or city? There's another famous. Don't worry. It's fine. In my defense, it's possible I couldn't move. It is possible. I cannot confirm I couldn't. Please do not check. If I could move, this will make this worse. Thank you. Is it the city of the world? Okay. Oh wow, I picked that like as soon as you typed it. This feels like Malta again. Could just be Italy. I need to hurry. I don't think it's Malta. I thought about that. I'll be back. Around that time we were on a stranger's table. Go.
You.
You. Thank you, Hattie. Welcome. Thank you for 12 months. What whole year? Have you been playing Infinite Crafting? No. I'm sorry about that. Taking this so long. Had to bring my dog out to my dad, who just came home. Or else she will never come. How goes your craft? I've been playing one more modded Minecraft, to be honest. Though I have seen Lou play Infinite Craft. Famous? Well, it's the stadium. It's a maybe some soccer match was held here. They had an idea that you need to find the word of the day from Contexto or Wordle in Infinite Crafting. That sounds terrible. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, we went from looking at Venice to like my high school's football stadium. All right. What is famous about this? I am curious. It has like barely any parking. It's kind of an American thing to say, but like this is pretty common here in America. I'm curious. You combine words to create new ones, like those element games, Infinite. I'm aware. I know what it is. But thank you for sharing with everyone else. I think I'm gonna... I can't even approach the stadium, which is kind of sad, but... How likely is it this is in... How likely is this in Lesotho? And that's why it's Setsoto. Instead of being here in Uganda. There. We have enough. Find out real easy. Yep. Glad I checked that. Let's see if this is the password game. No, jeez. What do we think? The world or the capitals? I'm gonna lean capital. This goes into bridges. People love bridges. Wait. No, Malta. Malta's a place. It's capital Malta. Yep, it's fine. I was like, this isn't the capital of Italy. No, it's not the capital of Italy because it's also not Malta. Simple. It's too simple. Here for this one. Oh. It's in Belgium. Is it in Brussels? Okay. Couple yards. Boom. Vape and weed. It's true. I should have noticed. I was too busy using power-ups. Oh, no, Jersey! Forget about it. That's for next time. I was trying random combinations like cookies and addiction got me Cookie Monster. And I got other cookie words too, like Oreo, cracker, biscuit. And then from addiction clicking, I got rehab. So cookie and addiction got me to Cookie Monster, but cracker and rehab gave me Lindsay Lohan. Can we please try that? No. Oh man. We're totally done with Spark Brucial, aren't we? Brucial's never coming up ever again. Okay. So, where exactly does this leave us, Apollo? Well, the Drew Misham who was killed wasn't Drew Misham the Forager, basically. Huh? Who was he? Well, he was actually... Can you give your avatar chest hair? Man, it goes up to my face. What else do you want? Anyway, I missed yesterday. How long was the second stream yesterday? Second part? An hour 30 maybe? I guess I had to do this for everybody. I think Mikey and Joe were the only ones who were actually here. Disappointment this morning. All right. Here are the things of note in this case. It's pretty simple. So pay attention. Phoenix Wright has gone and made this specific case a test for this so-called jury system, where a collection of peers is gonna just judge if this person's guilty or not instead of one individual person. Like that would ever work. And, and he picked how young is he an Ace Attorney? The final game Phoenix was, I think, like 27. It's been 5 or 6 years. And now he looks like this. Now he looks like me, for real. Anyway, so he's lost all his renown. How far back do I have to go for you? He was involved in some scandal where it was, and they've played this card before in the previous series, but he was accused of using forged evidence, and so they disbarred him from practicing law. No, it was not crypto related. And by the way, he has a daughter, adoptive, who's 15, which seems a bit old to be adopted, but hey, whatever. Could it have been crypto related? Technically, they've not really mentioned anything about the case. And I don't think that when they wrote this, they could envision what crypto was. So, however, that is funny. So this case, we have a Drew Misham who was a famous painter who, while being interviewed by a Spark Bruchel, died of poisoning that was found on his cup. Anthraquinine. I'm a disgraced lawyer in my late 20s. Can I adopt a teenage daughter? Now, what we have discovered in this previous case, the defendant, our client, is Vera Misham, who is the daughter of Drew here, who they lived alone, basically, and almost never went outside. This dude was strange, homeschooled this girl. The only way they ever communicated with the outside world was through mail. So again, this is like the first time interview. He shows up, and then this dude dies. And it comes to light that the reason that this guy was able to get an interview is because he was blackmailing information about him being a forger. Because this piece was stolen from somewhere, and they're in here replicating it. Now, another thing of note is that each of these sketches that have been forged, behind it is a sketch, but each sketch is our previous cases. We're like, this is our first case with the poker game. This is our second case with the guy in the noodle cart. This is the third case where, what's-his-face's guitar lights on fire. Which is really strange, right? What's your opinion on the puns in this game? They might be way more sneaky now. We haven't really run to a person whose name was like, no, there's been occasions. They're fine. But they can't do really simple ones like they did in the beginning. Okay. So, it turns out Drew Misham at one point received other blackmail where the guy said, I gave you the money, can you send me proof with this envelope and this postage stamp? And we eventually argued, hey, guess what? His daughter did not poison him. He used a poisoned stamp to send a piece of mail. And the prosecutor went, that's cool and all. Why would he use a poison if he put it on his desk for 7 years, knowing that it was a trap? There's so much that he framed it. Why did he use it? And eventually came to light that actually, Drew Misham was just an artist. His daughter was the forger, who was using his name as an alias. Any questions? I wasn't listening. Any other questions? In truth, that was mostly for Seiko. I know what you're like. Don't worry. Oh, an eagle too. But do you think Apollo will rizz up Vera? It is Valentine's Day. Anything could happen. I'm here, I think. Okay, so that means there are no questions. I didn't actually listen, but I probably forgot half of it. What does rizz up mean? Oh no. Okay. To successfully flirt, I think is the most succinct way to put it. Squeak. Yeah, I need to like oil my mic stand, but apparently people find it funny. So, to score. I mean, not inherently, because to score sounds like you go all the way, you know what I mean? Riz up doesn't imply going all the way. It just means that you're getting there. Yeah, Riz is short for charisma. You see? Thank you. Riz up implies a more successful encounter that likely leads to more. Yes, but to score means that you've done it, like, all the way. Dude, I, like, scored last night, bro. I rizzed up last night. A, that's not how you do it. B, that would imply that you're getting somewhere, you know? Let me rizz up some ladies. Let me score some ladies. It's a different progress. I didn't know that. Yeah. Look at how I'm dressed. I'm zoomer as hell, dude. I'm hip with the kids. Anyway. If you would like to ask questions about the case, feel free. It's only begun. I believe we're now in the phase where we're going to do another investigation. I mean, we might be in recess, actually. But getting someone's number and it's not fake is a successful riz. Yes. You have rizzed up of the upwards variety. Yes. Doing her nails. So, you really made those forgeries? Oh, she does this. Yes. For father. I know, it was wrong. Could you tell us how it happened? My father was a painter. I loved painting ever since I was a child. One day, father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent. The talent for making forgeries? How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I could make anything. Anything? Father was so proud, and I so happy. But in the end, I was making those forgeries. I never had a good constitution, nor personality. I know very little of the world outside my door. Now, because of me, Father is... Do you know about this red envelope? I remember that envelope. It was some time ago. So you're already creating your works back then? I started when I was only 12 years old. So the one who figured out the stamp was poisoned? That was... Mr. Justice, time. Let's go room, please. Yeah, no shit. What do you mean? Apollo. Apollo. The only way your case holds water is if this 12-year-old savant was the one who discovered the poisoning. We're screwed otherwise, man. What are you talking about? Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those 3 paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right? See, we checked them out and we saw what was underneath. We saw the rough sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings. You see, Mr. Justice? Yes? Father, he knew of you. Of both of you. Your late father. He was watching, gathering information. All about the Wright & Co. law offices. But lately we're not doing just law. Yes, you do tricks, gags to amuse, and play piano. Well, they're not really gags. Yet when Father heard you had resumed the legal business, how pleased he was. Who was Mr. Misham? I'm not supposed to know. What if he was Daddy's daddy? Judging from the relative ages involved, I say it's highly unlikely. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. Me at the gay bar. I'm in the way of the name. We know the victim's daughter, Vera, was the forger. What does this mean for the case? I guess we're about to find out. Of course, no back in session. Vera seems pretty tense. What'd you say first? All of these daddies. He's practically chewing your fingernail clean off. Perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all worked. How did you set up this Drew Missing Forger persona? There's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into this head. I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy. What's hard? Oh, very well, miss, if you would. Did you really make those detestable forgeries? Perhaps you'd rather answer my question. Were you the one who painted the painting? The remarkably similar one? Yes. I painted it, yes. Father praised me quite highly for it. So, she is the one who made the forgeries? Yet she did not wish to reveal the truth of the operation, so the victim was standing a decoy. To the world at large, he was the forger, not her. I've done a bad thing. I have, haven't I? Regardless, we need a little more information. About, for instance, this. You have seen this before, yeah? Yes. It was in the desk drawer. Oh, very well, you may proceed to testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope. You should really go back and see what I actually said instead of taking my word for it. But I created things and Father sold them. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. Father handled the deal, all of it. I received the stamp that was in the envelope. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio. I trusted you. SJ spreading misinformation about SJ. I'm not a reliable source on what I said. There certainly was much of great interest in your testimony. Not as the witness realizes it. Oh, very well, please begin the cross-examination. Right, okay. Need more information about this forger. This Drew Misham. She remembers how the stamp looks? I mean, probably. I'd remember how a stamp looks too if it was poisoned. So these things you're making, you mean paintings identical to other paintings, right? The closer they were, the happier Father was. I was happy too. Oh, still, you're quite young now. When did you begin this work? My first painting sold when I was 12. Your Honor, she had no idea what she was doing was illegal. Oh no. Easy there, little attorney. You're not here to defend her for the crime of forgery. Please, tell us more about this envelope. This envelope that may very well have killed your father. Alright. By other than a painting, you mean you'd only done paintings up to that point? Yes. But Father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings. For instance, a letter someone had written, or a fingerprint left upon a cup, or a signature on a document, a seal upon a letter. Oh, this makes her sound very innocent at all. And 100,000 promised that this data was the start. It's the beginning of a new industry for Drew Misham. A new industry? The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Imagine how many smiley faces she has in that block. Oof. You got this, Pecan. Forging evidence, in other words. Uh-oh. Father Hayden, deal all of it. So you didn't know how the things you were making. You didn't know how things you were making were being used. I enjoy painting very much. I think I understand. The Fräulein has lived in an unusual little world. Tell us what happened to the papers that were in this envelope? Father signed them and sent them back, I believe. Did he follow the instructions? Send it in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp.
This is a rather important matter. Give you the same thought.
What do you mean you received it? Did I do something wrong? You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison on the back? Answer Queen? A moment here, forehead. You can't force an answer upon the witness. Now then, perhaps you could tell me, Fräulein Vera, why did you receive the stamp?
Is something wrong?
It was beautiful. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mikey. Mikey.
Ah, you mean one of those commemorative stamps?
Hi, Dragon. Yes, I think it was. So, you didn't know about the poison? I guess not. So the trap failed by chance, by mistake, thanks to his commemorative stamp.
Quite a close call.
You mean you moved to where the current Drew studio is? Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books. This single job tied them to the criminal underworld. I think Mr. Mission wished to reduce the visibility to the world at large. We had to meet someone for some reason. Father posed as the creator of the work. So that was the real essence of the artist Drew Mission. You did the work, and he supplied the face.
So, you really didn't know anything, did you? You had no idea how much danger you were in.
Apparently not. About this commemorative stamp, could you tell us more about it? It was very pretty, and more than that. Yes? It was a picture of people I liked at the time. This is something new. Apparently, we've got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. If you would be so kind as to continue your testimony, Fräulein. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians. Oh my god. Stop messing with Triss in Minecraft. What am I being accused of? You could see where I've been, like the... What? What are you talking about? Hi, Sylvie. I was just messing around. You're messing around? Are you sure? They got stuck in a door of yours. Oh. Anyway. Magicians. I love mysterious things. I always have. Even though she fainted when she saw Mr. Hat? You're confusing mysterious with freaky. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. See? Isn't magic great? Oh, fine, great, yeah, sure. No need to get all excited. The magic troupe we saw disbanded soon after. I was quite sad. Did she just say what I think she said? Magic troupe? Where have I heard that before? A red envelope came after she completed her first job. It makes it a letter from her client, whoever wanted a forgery made. Apollo! We're close. They pieced together the parts. A deadly weapon in a red envelope, and the path it took to take Drew Misham's life. This isn't over? Mikey, the cat ears, they've arrived. Oh, excellent, excellent. Remember any painting case from the first trilogy? At all? I can't remember. I don't think we're supposed to. My personal theory is that this is going to be related to Phoenix afterward, in the case that disbarred him from being a lawyer. And that's why he's adopted a young lady. I'm gonna try something here. I'm trying something crazy. Nope. I didn't think that would do anything. I was curious. Your favorite magicians. Should I repress anything? Didn't know about the poison. I like how she signs each one. Can you present profiles? I don't think so. No. You can present the ticket, but I mean, that's like, we're not trying to imply that. I don't know what we're trying to fit. What? Those magicians you liked. Was it this bunch? Apollo, they're not a bunch. Where's the red envelope addressed to? It's to Drew Misham. She. I have to wonder. I guess you're asking if it was like, if it was before, if they're lying about moving. But hi, Nemo. Hi, Nemo. Do I have to answer any questions? Have you caught up on your homework?
I have to wonder. Why include a commemorative stamp like that in a business letter?
Good question. Well, pretty stamps are always better, and you can't beat Troop Grammar.
Oh, but the whole murder plan was a failure because of it.
What happened today? Oh, dear God. You knew about Bruchel interviewing Drew Misham, correct? You caught that? You caught the whole thing, and then he was poisoned, and they found it on the cup. And they think that the daughter poisoned him? Okay. So, turns out, and I'm gonna backstep it here, and I think you already know this. Bruchel got this first interview because he was blackmailing Misham about forgeries. And the forgeries being done underneath the sketch, for the record, is our previous cases. Where this one is dealing with the cards, this one is, you know, yeah, okay, so you saw that part. But the thing of note is that we were able to argue that it was not that the cup was poisoned, it's that he couldn't find a stamp, and he used a commemorative stamp that happened to have been poisoned 7 years ago in this envelope. And Gavin here was like, that's cool and all. Why would he use a poison stamp that he knew was poisoned from 7 years ago? And we were able to argue that the real forger is not Drew Misham, but his daughter, who's using his name. And it turns out that is true. She is the actual forger, and he just does like the face of the business of that. And we're currently undergoing how and why they kept a poisoned stamp, and it turns out this stamp just happens to be of the Grimaire troupe, of whom Vera is a fan. And so at this time, by coincidence, they did not use the stamp for 7 years because Vera was a fan. And we are now currently discussing why would the stamp be of the troupe?
The whole murder plan was failing because of it.
Any questions that I can answer? Oh, and we don't know why. Drew was interested in the fact that the Wright & Co. law offices were continuing doing law. My personal theory, and has yet to be confirmed, is that Phoenix at one point purchased, it may be this very case, he happened to purchase evidence. Forged evidence, because they make forged evidence, not just forgeries. She can make any forged anything. And I think this is going to be a lesson about Phoenix did this because here's my theory. Phoenix did this because the case that he was involved with was so obviously rigged that he was like, I have to cheat to make sure this guy gets justice. And that's why he's gone like rogue. He's a gray hero. Final answer. Anyway, back to it. Welcome, how are you?
Ironic, don't you think, Prosecutor Gavin? Prosecutor Gavin.
Grimaire? What's with Gavin? Might I ask just one question of this witness? In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work that was other than a painting. Please tell me, what exactly did you make? Can I ask? No! Answer the question! Now!
Prosecutor Gavin. You're usually not the one whose volume concerns me.
Yes, it's unbecoming of me. I apologize. But I must know. Please, Miss Bishop, tell me. It was a book. A single page in a book. A book? Please be more specific. It was a handwritten book, like a diary. No, I don't know.
NVIDIA useless GPUs. What happened? What died?
What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks like he just saw a ghost. Miss Misham, is this book? Was there a picture of a silk hat on the back cover? Yes or no? How did you know? Prosecutor Gavin, the defendant is answering all of your questions. Stop badgering her. He's told you nothing, has he? Your solid mentor? Nothing? Solid? Who? Phoenix Wright. Who else? Daddy? He never told you about the trial 7 years ago. That's how he came to lose his attorney's badge. It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, you know. A certain diary.
Been having issues with the second monitor flickering, an issue known for years in the software related. Tried so many damn things, but there's no solution that works for longer than a day or two.
On the back, it bore the mark of a silk hat.
Phoenix Wright tossed out the profession by false evidence? And the forger who made that evidence... Is this girl standing right in front of me? Vera, you must tell us. The evidence you made was used in a trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drew Misham, you, to forge that evidence? For all our sakes? Who was it? She is not old enough to have been forging for Wright back then. She started when she was 12. So I hope that answers your question.
We only met once.
You met the client. Well, who was it?
It was... What's going on with Vera? She's staring the prosecutor Gavin's face again. Yes, what? Is there something about me? I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the book. The diary. Who was it?
Vera?
But...
Defendant Vera Misham. Condition? Unconscious, thank fuck. Examiner's diagnosis, acute atroquinine poisoning? Wait! Wait! What? This ends the recording of the trial for the murder of Drew Misham. Vera Misham was, during the trial, poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was just under the lethal amount, sparing the defendant's life. She is currently in intensive care and is not to be disturbed for any reason. A very simple case, at first glance, until it finally began to show its true colors. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. Yo! In some ways, that was the starting point of it all. And this is where we must go. To find the whole truth. Doesn't this incriminate Wright? I think he picked this case to publicly blast the guy who made it look like he forged evidence. That's my personal theory right now. This is like his web of revenge at this time. Like, he makes it the most public case possible to be like, oh yeah, hey, this forger who made this diary that I didn't do. You know? That's my theory. Didn't do, but use as evidence. You be given falsified evidence and not know it. That's what happened to. That's what happened to to Edgeworth. Remember?
Showdown time. No. I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I've played for a long time. And only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed? Of course.
Oh.
Well. It seems I found the partner I've been looking for all along. Over a game of cards? Why? Yes, over a game of cards. That was how we first met. 7 years ago.
Phoenix Wright's final trial, 7 years earlier.
Okay. Been a long time since I felt like such a rookie. I try and relax. Good morning, Miss Ignomar. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly.
Hey, I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure I'm prepared.
I understand. I'm messing with you.
I gotta give him a different voice. What voice does this guy get?
I understand. I understand.
No, hold on.
I understand I'm asking the impossible of you.
Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards.
And that was enough.
Actually, it wasn't. Trust me. French? Yeah, why not?
I'm whining, Daddy.
I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They're picking on you?
I'm fine, as always. This old boy is here to help me after all.
That's young man to you? Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks. My first show's today, after all.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
What the heck is she talking about?
Oh, old boy. Me? Look who he started. Oh boy! Look he started.
Here.
Seems fate's clock will make me wait a little longer. At least only less than 10 swift minutes remain. To all those who have supported me in my life's work, I give thanks. Farewell. Did she just give me a suicide note? What? Why is this happy music playing? What the fuck is this?
I don't know, I just got it over here in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important.
Was this a memo for you or some such?
Not from the looks of it. What is this? Looks like a page from someone's diary. Better read later. Oh no! Oh no!
Well, how do you feel about the trial today?
What the fuck is this? Body found in the hospital room, shot in the head. Who shot Gandalf? What? Single gunshot to the head, estimated time of death 11 to 11:30. All right. Oh, this is his dad, or his mentor, I should say. Remember? Yeah, Magnificgrimir. And then he got like passed down all the secrets, and then he like vanishes today. The clown was also shot. This is true. We'll get through it. Somehow. Incidentally, the prosecutor today is a new guy, I hear.
An easy win then, yes.
They're calling him a true thoroughbred in the history of the prosecutor's office. Of course, there's one of those every year. Researching our attorneys just before the trial. I know it's a difficult situation I put you in, but allow me to say one thing, Mr. Wright. Yes? Why are all these magicians built like tanks? The real magic is in these gains. They'll not be able to pronounce me guilty today. So do your best, but do not worry. First time a defendant's ever given me a pep speech. I'll do what I can. I see you do not understand. You see, it'll be impossible for them to declare a verdict. Impossible? Yes, isn't that right, Lucy?
Yep, you bet, Daddy.
My first look at the case was only yesterday, and the information I was given was a tad bit lacking, to be honest. Still, I'll do what I can, for their sake. I believe the curtains will be lifting any time now. I am in your capable hands, Mr. Wright. My client's a shady enigma. Shady? Alright. Known to the world as Zach Grammaire, widely popular magician, star of Troupe Grammaire. His mentor, Magnifi Grammaire, was a rare breed of magician. He single-handedly ushered in a golden age of stage magic until he was shot dead. And Zach Grammaire is the suspect.
My orders now in session for the trial of Shady Enigma.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Where's the prosecution ready?
Alright, here's the question. Which brother is this? This has to be Rock God, right? This is not that nerd. There's no way. I was just thinking, is this what the fuss is about? Bit of a buzzkill, really.
A buzzkill? Is this some new kind of crime?
What's the first? This is our trial, yeah? Where's the sweaty palms? The pounding hearts? If Gavin's Cont's got 10 times the thrills this gig's got. Oh, there you go.
Who are you again?
SJ, if I was a worm, would you still hate me? Well, that would be new.
Be hating you, Joe.
Welcome. Either way, he's hot. Okay. Thank you, Nemo, for your contribution.
Who are you again?
Clavier Gavin. I came to get the party started. Legally, yeah?
I'm Gavin, defense attorney Christoph Gavins.
I think my bro's more famous in this part of town. Clavier Gavin. Lead singer for the mega hit band The Gavineers. You're in your league, rock boy. I know what you're thinking. You're out of your league, rock boy. True, my debut single, 13 Yards, Hard Time for Love, went platinum overnight. But that's just a hobby of mine compared to this, yeah. Talkative, aren't you? I like your affected Euro rock accent, by the way. I'm just getting warmed up. Yeah, attorney, right?
Or perhaps you'll be so kind as to fill us in on the case.
Actuum, baby, time to call in the opening act. What's his name again? Ah, yes, Detective Gumshoe. And you are? Hey, yeah, oh, hey. Check Discord. Wait. What is this? What is this? What did you... What? A moment. I have to change clothes. You want the cropped version. This will be fine. How can we have so many of these? How can we have so many of these? Oh my god. All right. I hope you're ready. It only lasts till Ace Attorney continues. Are you guys ready for this? I don't think you're ready. Hey. Let's go on. You're the one who called me up here, sir? Name's Dick Gumshoe. Why'd I close it? I'm homicide detective down at the precinct. Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see. Hey, you! Me? Oh, today's the day, pal. Today I win and you lose. I got confidence in my testimony today, see? What, you normally like confidence in your testimony? Detective, this is my stage, Ken the Antics. Huh? All this hey youing and such. And I could care less about your history together. I want their history together. Come back to me, Gumshoe.
Oh, very well, Detective Gumshoe, if you would. Please tell us about the case at hand.
Well, I've been 6 days back in a room at the General Hospital. The facts are as simple as they come. Here's the crime scene. The victim was a patient, asleep in a hospital bed. Killer comes in, puts a pistol to his forehead, and bam, lights out. Them's the facts.
Not so long ago, the victim Magnifico was a famous man. He had the entire country under his magical spell, as it were.
Ah yes, great musician. He died years ago though. Says the name Magnifico to one of my generation, you'd be lucky to get a blank stare.
Yes, I'm sure the youngsters today know his disciples even better. I dare say true grimaires make quite a name for themselves.
Anyhow, the retired Magnifico's been in the hospital for last year. He doesn't look right. He looks tired. Perhaps it's time to let him go. It's okay, Gumshoe. Okay. What was it? No, the mall ignorant tutor or something? Doing something to his liver, I think? Yeah.
A malignant tumor, perhaps.
None of us, he had liver cancer. He had only 3 months to live, in fact.
Jesus. The facts do seem simple enough, but something's not right.
The victim was climbing a 3-month stairway to heaven. Why not wait for him to knock on heaven's door? Why shoot him? I wouldn't put it quite so lyrically, but it's true. Why make the effort to commit murder when the victim was about to die? Oh, incidentally, the victim had a serious case of diabetes. Diabetes? In fact, he was about to shoot up with insulin when he was shot with a pistol. The syringe was found at the crime scene. Chronic diabetes and cancer. As much as it pains me to say it, the victim was clearly at the end of his life. The fuck?
I believe the question before us is clear then. Why did the killer have to shoot this dying man? What reason would he have had?
Very well, detective. Perhaps you can enlighten us about the circumstances of the shooting. Yes, sir. He didn't even open his mouth. Actually, the victim's kind of ordered in the defendant the doorman. Also, I just realized, you know what I realized? I have to face this way because otherwise it don't line up too good. Well, I'll be over here. Anyway, the victim kind of ordered the defendant to do him in. A few days before it happened, the victim sent a letter ordering his own murder. The defendant did what was asked of him and shot the old man in the forehead. Oh, my mouse is still on screen, sorry. The bullet was fired from the pistol found at the scene, no doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man, sir.
What? You're saying the victim ordered his own shooting?
Those are the facts. I have here the letter in question. To my beloved student,
Zach, do you write up?
What? What? No! No! No!
Very unusual indeed. My beloved student Zach, to you I entrust the task of lowering my life's curtain. Come on the 13th, 11:05 p.m. I will ready a gun with which you will shoot one shot square in the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Magnifique Mare. Oh, very unusual. Although, could such a thing of a letter really cause one to pull a trigger, I wonder?
I believe the answer to the question could be found at the end of the letter.
Ah, you cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why.
You can do your Gumshoe voice the entire stream? Look, finally! Do you know what it's like to pretend that I don't have this accent? Emma's Gumshoe is Emma. Well, Emma is Emma, so it's fine.
Mr. Gumshoe, can you explain this to the court?
Unfortunately, even the defendant won't say a peep about that bit, sir. One thing bothers me about this. Why didn't he just say 11? Why have him come at 11:05 without some specific reason?
The devil is in the details here, attorney.
Well, is there some reason?
As it turns out, there was. Every night for a half hour, starting at 11, the victim, Magnifique Mare, was given an IV. An IV?
He said, there isn't a picture of the side of the bed. At 11.
At 11, the doctor would come set up his IV. Set up the 4. 30 minutes later, he would come back to empty bag. This happened every night without fail. That was the only time they could meet without the chance of an untimely interruption. During his 4.
Oh, very well.
That IV's not connected.
You are correct.
Well, shall we begin? Mr. Wright, examination if you would.
What's this reason he couldn't refuse, I wonder?
You could have at least mentioned it to me. Hold it! Just because he got the letter doesn't mean he went through with it.
Or, I disagree. The victim was indeed shot in the forehead after all, just as Cydia commanded. It could be a setup. Let's not be in such a hurry.
Maybe we should let the witness talk for a change. Thanks, pal.
Fine, I can play it slow as well as I can play it fast. On the testimony detector, Gumshoe.
And this letter was sent by the victim?
Ah, there it is. Gotcha. You're mine this time, pal. Huh? I had the handwriting checked out. Of course, it's the victim's, no mistake.
Ah, I see.
Score up for the boys.
I didn't lose, I was just ascertaining the facts. So why am I so annoyed?
Oh, but they're later ordering your own death. Things aren't what they used to be, I guess.
I'm not sure this is exactly commonplace even now, Your Honor. So anyway, I guess I can go on ahead. How can you be so sure? Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learn to think for yourself. Get the noggin cranking. Failed to grasp the concept of questioning, detective. First we got this letter. It says shoot and a forehead, loud and clear.
I can see that, but I still wouldn't do it. Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
You fail to grasp the concept of shooting people is bad, detective.
Oh no, I'd have no qualms. Give me a gun. I'll shoot you. You wanna try it? Come on. You feeling lucky? Huh? We also found the defendant's pistol at the scene. Traces of gunpowder residue shows that it has been fired recently.
Oh, Mr. Wright. As far as I can tell from looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claim.
The photo. There's something that I can use. So they're saying that the defendant shot the victim in the forehead? I think there's a hole in the prosecution's argument. Clearly, Mr. Ingvar. Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me.
Yes?
What does the letter tell us? That the defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse his teacher's wishes.
Oh, bingo, pal. That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead.
Well, the defense disagrees. You see, the defendant could have made another choice had another choice he could make.
What? And you can prove that with this photo?
I can prove he had a choice. Yeah.
The defendant might have fired like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Well, let's hear what you're thinking, Mr. Wright. If he didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot? Murdered clown doll?
Take a closer look. See? It's been shot in the forehead, too.
Ah, there's a hole in its forehead.
Yes, forehead. And a hole in the prosecution's claim.
I suppose you have a reason as to why he'd shoot a clown doll?
He didn't just shoot the doll. He shot the doll's forehead.
His forehead?
Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot square in the forehead. Which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead.
Well, the defense has raised an intriguing possibility. That one, the clown's forehead. It definitely looks like it was shot. Bailiff, should someone investigate this matter?
I admit I'm impressed, but I expect nothing less. Still, this doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim. Perhaps he did have to shoot a forehead, as ordered, but the letter says nothing about whose forehead. This was the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life.
Blood on the clown's doll forehead does demand an explanation. It might very well be a clue. Yet Prosecutor Gavin is right. It does not alone prove the defendant's innocence. You can't say for sure the defendant didn't shoot the victim.
So sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall. How sad it is to see the novice is overconfident. He doesn't realize just how big this little hole is gonna get.
Detective Gumshoe, please take this newfound fact and count as you continue testimony.
Now, so what if he shot the clown? He still shot the victim.
So, let me get this straight. You're saying my clients first shot the clown, then shot the victim?
Hey, not a bad summary, pal.
More of a confirmation than a summary, but whatever.
That was really more of a confirmation than a summary. But our defense attorney seems pleased enough with himself.
Do these people ever miss a chance to mock me?
Oh, now that Mr. Wright's gone out of his system. Shall we continue with some testimony?
I didn't have time to gather all the details for coming in here. This testimony might be my only source of information. Or pay attention. Read this letter carefully.
Who would order a hit on their own doll? That's so mean.
I always hated getting shots. Guess my nephew was giving himself the insulin shots. There's no way I could do that. Ugh. Wait. If Magnifi used this to inject his insulin, why are there no traces of it having been used? Keep in mind,
Is it this simple? It is not this simple. It said one shot.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard you say, Phoenix. Get out of here.
What's the autopsy? We don't have an autopsy. Yes, we do. Single gunshot to the head. Definitely belonged to the old man. Why are you so certain? Oh, what pile of sand has your head been sucking all this time, pal? You never heard of Zack and Valent's quick draw shooting? What's that? What is Zack and Valent's quick draw shooter? Oh, one of the defendant's specialties. Zack and Valent stand on either side of a goal. Then they shoot. But the bullets don't hit her. Instead, they hit everything else on stage. This is one of the pistols they use in the show. Got a great design, huh? Kids love it. Many boys and girls join the police because of that pistol I hear.
No, that would explain a lot about the police force.
Well, Troop Gambea stopped doing that act a while ago. The old man held on that pistol ever since. You mean this pistol? The one in the crime scene photo? Oh, that's the one. It's a funny looking gun, so there's no mistake in it. We compared the bullet taken for the victim's skull with the bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullets were a perfect match. So, you verified the murder weapon, in other words? Oh, you bet we did.
And the court would like to see the pistol collection.
Oh, you got it, sir. There she is.
Well, it is truly a blast from the past.
How long does it take in the USA to become a police officer? I don't know it perfectly off the top of my head, but I believe it's 3 to 6 months. They don't have to know the law. I am being as unbiased as possible.
What a strange pistol for magic shows.
Well, that was a weird combination of accents. Anyway, it's a strange pistol for stage pistol for magic shows. See, but it can fire real bullets.
Looks so much bigger in real life than on TV.
Yeah, but only hold one round. Oh, by the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty. And it shows traces haven't been fired recently. So, were any fingerprints found on the gun? Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. You might say that lack of fingerprints is, in fact, a fingerprint of its own.
Intriguing point, well made.
Well, not well made, not intriguing.
Well, in any case, the court accepts this as evidence.
One round. How much is one round? One bullet.
My grandchild would get a kick out of seeing this. But now it's time to return to our testimony.
Hey, Archie. It's here to snitch that Yama Mama in your Discord is a spam bot. That seems to be on an uptick. I don't know if that's good or bad. The trickiest cases often seem the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you hadn't missed that, I'd have had a very different conclusion. Understand? What? Oh, Mikey sent me close-ups. But this is good. We're fine here. Yeah, but like I just said, pal, after he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and did nothing of the sort of the victim. The pistol proves he could not.
A demented weapon? How?
Well, it's quite simple, Your Honor. This pistol only holds one bullet at a time. That's what one round is, Mikey. You should have a coliseum where instead of outright kicking spam bots, we get to prove their might
In the arena.
If he had shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim too.
Hey! That's not a contradiction. Not even close. All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot. Oh, where'd he get the extra bullet? They're not so easy to come by, you know. If you claim the defendant had one ready, then prove us how he got it. Hey. I had a feeling this wasn't over yet. No, the party's just getting started. And I haven't proved anything yet, beyond my good looks and startling record sales. And utter lack of humility.
What's this? The prosecution has another witness prepared.
Like I said, Herr Detective was just a warm-up act. The audience has gotten the taste of what's to come. So ready?
Ready for what?
For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who, you will find, can prove one thing for us. That it was Zach Gomer who shot the victim in the forehead.
Oh, very well. We'll pause for a 15-minute recess.
This might be my lucky break. I need that 15 minutes to talk to my client, Zach.
What's adjourned? Can you pass this capture security test? To then feel free to message everyone who happens to be in my Discord.
Very impressive, Mr. Wright. I have to say I expected nothing less.
You've only just begun. I was hoping you could tell me a bit more about what happened, actually.
I did not think you would believe me if I told you. Just as you discovered the truth for yourself. I was thinking of you, you know.
I think we need less thinking and more talking. The night in the hospital, what really happened?
Ah, the way your eyes gleam, Mr. Wright. You're scared to see.
You know which. Where is she?
You have seen the problem yourself, the letter.
A one shot in the forehead? One, right?
Yes, and the reason he speaks of. I could not deny my mentor's wishes, even if it meant my own death.
Why not?
Or is this something I will not say, for now at least.
What's this for now business?
I've done many things in my life, some well, some poorly. But this is a cross we must bear alone to our graves.
We are.
What did you know about tonight's incident?
Finally!
This guy sure likes taking his time to get the important stuff.
Of course, I had no intent of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time. And found there upon his bedside table 2 pistols.
2?
Yes, the one I used on stage.
The one that had been used by my partner,
Valent.
Oh, for the Zach and Valent's quick draw thing?
My mentor had the look of one sleeping. I stood by his bedside, hearing only the light sound of his breathing. Then I took the pistol to my hand. I cannot deny that my resolve faltered then, for a moment.
Are you sure? You faltered? You mean you thought about shooting him? All Spambots have to beat SJ in a video game of their choosing, they will surely perish. Are you implying that I'm the devil? Isn't that popular devil mythos? Excuse me. Is being the devil bad? It depends on who you ask.
Because there was a reason I could not refuse this request. His last such request, though not his first.
So there are other requests you couldn't refuse before.
To be honest, I've not always been steadfast. And I fear I've brought a pain upon Trucy.
No, just a Roman emperor, sheesh. That's fascinating. I wonder if that's on purpose. That somebody spread that rumor about the devil because of a Roman emperor who had that, to imply that Roman emperor was the devil, perhaps. That'd be neat. That's like someone's history, like, PhD paper. There you go. Good luck to whoever's writing that. If that's true.
Was Magnifique coercing his
disciple somehow? So what was going on in the troop Grimmaire? Yet, in the end, I did not shoot him. Instead, I turned and shot the clown. I took the pistol I found and placed it into my pocket. In your pocket? I believe if you examine the bullet in the clown's head, you'll find it to be different than the one in my mentor. What was it called?
Rifling marks.
Yes. Well, that's what I'd like to tell you concerning the case.
Concerning the case? You mean there's something else you can tell me?
You are a fascinating man, Mr. White.
Thanks.
Yes, there's something. My mentor, his eyes opened.
What? Magnifique Grimmaire?
The old devil. He was not asleep, you see. Of course, the gunshot.
Wait, I just realized, should he not be French? He's kind of like old boy and old devil.
Of course, the gunshot would have taken him anyway.
It's a new voice.
And there we had our last discussion as mentor and pupil. It was not a long discussion, maybe 5-10 minutes or so. Old boy, old devil. The old devil.
What did you talk about?
Mr. Wright, did I just tell you? It does not concern this case.
Zach Grimmaire, he seems pretty steadfast to me. Or maybe just stubborn.
Mr. Wright, your presence is requested in the courtroom. Once again, I'm in your hands.
Right, let's get back in there.
Oh, court's now back in session.
Sir Ruffy says the bullet was found in Dog Alphonse Clown's head.
Oh, well, this is news. Rifling marks?
Wasn't time to do a detailed analysis, so they did find the weapon type matches the murder weapon.
Well, that's not very conclusive, is it?
Well, I'm about to call up my very decisive witness.
Your decisive witness. How many times have I heard those words? No, they often turn out to be far less decisive than you think.
Oh, don't worry on my account. I'm quite confident this witness will do the job. After all, he's immediately acquainted with the players on our to production, being the other half of the Troop Grimmaire's famous duo, Zack and Valant.
Valant Grimmaire, oh shit. I get to meet the great Magnifi's other disciple.
I'll stop asking your name and occupation.
Surely he has a different voice. If he doesn't have the mustache, he's not Omni-Man. Didn't Phoenix have a beanie? We are back in time, my friend.
Valant Grimmaire, magician!
Oh, you're the decisive witness, are you? Can you prove your fellow student, your partner's guilt?
Fate, the grand illusion filled with traps and tricks, bro.
Wait, the shooting took place in the hospital after 11 o'clock at night. You're a witness. Does that mean you were there that late?
If one were to deduce this logically, the conclusion is yes.
He hadn't hit puberty yet, the poor guy. Oh no, wait, how old is he? All right, he's 37. All right, I'll give him some respect. One word to deduce this logically, the conclusion is yes. Okay. I always get the characters, don't I? I have an interesting fact for you. You see, several days before the crime, my witness receives this.
Oh, that looks very familiar.
And, wait, that's the same letter Zach Grimmaire received. Yes, or perhaps I should say, ta-da.
Order. What does it say? Surely not the same thing.
Perhaps you should see it for yourself. At 11:20.
Why, it's practically the same. Court accepts this into evidence.
Oh no. This is just... Really? Just a bit of he said, she said shit? Are you kidding me? This sucks! What the hell? Well, hold on. I'm gonna get some water. So I can actually do the fucking Valant voice. I'll be back. Maybe too tight of a loop to leave. Hi. How you doing? Are we talking about the Church of Satan? That's different from Satan's temple, isn't it? Satan temple, the one that's like actually worshiping him? Do we know? Why doesn't God have their own website? How badly does this voice affect you? It's rather gravelly. So it can be pretty bad. It depends.
Oh, this was unusual. What's going on with you folks? What the hell was this? What exactly was that troop Grimmaire up to? By which you mean? Well, I'm just having trouble envisioning a man who would ask his students to kill him. Both of them, no less.
It's just my opinion, El Judge. But from these letters, I'd say he was coercing them, not asking them.
We've walked the magician's path together, and in so doing shared much of our lives. When people are so close, there's strain, warping relations, you might say. Yet this has nothing to do with the case at hand.
Wait, what you mean you're not gonna tell us? Which makes me wonder even more about this reason they couldn't refuse.
Well, let's get on the testimony for starters. The defendant, Zach Grimmaire, stands accused. Tell us why. I'll do more than that. For where he walks, the red roses rise singing hymns to the miracle that is magic.
Fascinating. Though I hardly need to remind you that the evidence could just as clearly point to you as the suspect. The letter, the murder weapon, and now the 2 bullets found at the scene.
In fact, the only difference seems to be designated time. As every magician knows, timing is everything.
Yes. And now it's time to get this party fired up.
Church of Santa. This is gonna be the most I've done.
That night, I visited the hospital room at the time of Magnifi requested. The smell of gunpowder hung in the room, and my mentor had taken his final bow. I did not imagine my fellow student might have received the same instructions. Yet a deal with the dead is still a deal. Death's sweet kiss I gave to the clown. Then I informed the doctor and the police. So you're the one who abhorred the crime? Indeed. I would think this fact alone would clear my name of suspicion.
Let's not jump to any conclusions.
Yes, the cross-examination generally comes before the conclusions in this court. But if your testimony proves to be true, then the defendant, Zach Grimmaire, is guilty.
If it wasn't Zach Grimmaire, then the killer was you, Fallon. And no despairing act will get you out of that. Which, according to the letter, was 11:20 p.m.?
Indeed. In magic, timing is everything.
Right.
Consider the illusion of teleportation. If I were to appear on stage before my stunt double has left, how would that look? Why, it would reveal the very secrets of my magic.
Now that you've revealed the very secrets of your magic for all of us, let's move on. You went to end the designated time, and what did you see? So, you weren't worried for your own safety at all? I mean, you smelled gunpowder, yes? What if the shooter was still nearby?
I did not consider this, to be honest. It is forbidden for a magician to have a good imagination.
Does that sound nothing like Phoenix to you? That's Apollo's, isn't it? The hold it? I don't know.
Really? Isn't magic all about illusions and imagination?
How about this? You were the shooter, which is why you weren't afraid.
Now you are the one imagining. It is forbidden for a lawyer to have good imagination. I would refrain from pausing so suspiciously before responding. My forbidden imagination is starting to imagine things.
All right, let's listen. They could just have one line. I guess you could claim it's already Phoenix's, or yeah, Apollo's, but. Which brings us back to this reason neither of you could refuse.
So it does. And my partner, he did not refuse.
But Magnifi wrote the same thing to you. Why could you refuse if Zack couldn't?
Because I have a will of steel. Of course. I also do this trick where I bend steel bars. Scrap steel is also strong.
So which is it?
Mind if I continue? 10,000 years! Yet a deal with the dead, still a deal.
There were two bullet holes at the scene. One the victim and one the clown. You're saying the one who shot the clown was you?
No doubt my partner Zack has said much the same thing.
Yeah, because whoever didn't shoot the clown committed murder. Better dig around here a bit more. See what I can turn up. Mr. Valent, let me ask us something else concerning the crime scene. Namely, how many pistols were there when you entered the room?
By which you mean what, precisely?
2 pistols were used in the Zack and Valent quick draw shoot 'em, correct? 1 for each of you?
You are well informed, yet only one of my old friends sat in the hospital room that night.
What did Zack tell me back in the lobby?
Well, of course I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck to his room that night at the reported time, and found there upon his bedside table 2 pistols. I took the pistol that I'd fired and placed it into my pocket. I see no problem with that statement. Only 1 pistol is visible in the photograph of the crime scene, after all.
So you picked up that pistol and fired it?
Indeed I did. Alakazam, alakazing, alakaboom. Is the number of pistols really so important?
No. Actually, let me ask about something else.
Oh, very well. The witness may continue with the testimony. What can I do but obey?
They gave Mia her own voice lines. I am willing to believe that it's an error more than it is like negligence, personally. Actually, hold on. Ace, attorney, hold it lines. Tell me this has the voice. I need to hear it. Okay. This was 13 years ago. This is Apollo. This is what Apollo sound like. That's the hold it for Apollo. And then here's Phoenix. Here's Phoenix's hold it. It's basically the same. They just used the same hold it for both. This is just more compressed. Because this is from the old games. It's so it isn't that they didn't record a new one. It's that it's always been the same. Just less compressed. That hold it isn't in this one. Yeah, but it's more compressed. It's the same hold it sound, but it's more compressed. Oh, and here's Winston Payne's because I think he sounds funny. Anyway. Location? I feel like there's a difference. Alright, let's take a listen. Well, I mean, the thing is that this seems like somebody dug up the files 13 years ago. Not in the remake, 13 years ago. And this is Apollo's. And then this is Phoenix's from the old games, because this was 13 years ago. Yeah, it's like a different pitch. You might be right that it is different. I'm shocked that Apollo's is deeper. Anyway. I think you're right. But regardless, I believe in this game they might be the same. Maybe. Where exactly was the piss when you entered the room?
Atop a small bedside table it was, as if to say, "Here I am. Take me into your hand, pull my trigger. Shoot him."
Okay, my voice is going dookie nookie.
"Here I am. Take me into your hand, pull my trigger, shoot him."
There we go, better.
The victim clearly wanted to be shot.
But why?
Perhaps he wanted to go out with a bang.
Yep.
We will never hear the truth from his lips, so all we can do is guess.
Is the location of the pistol that important?
Small bedside table. Yeah, it's important. Without a murder weapon, there would be no murder. It's very important, Your Honor.
Very well. Present a testimony. What can I do but obey?
He has
Cords of steel.
Yeah. Okay, apparently they consider that a bedside table. Okay. Thank you, game. I appreciate it. Save? Why can't I go back by hitting Z? Okay. Why can't I go back by hitting Z? Okay. That's weird. Why isn't Z working? Why isn't Z working? Is my Z key even? Hold on. Z key. Yes, my Z key does work. My Z key sauce. Okay. I didn't press it. Why didn't you do that? I would think calling the police would come first.
Then you know nothing of the relationship between a master and his disciple. If your master says die, you die. Do you understand?
So, you're going to die?
Certainly not. But as an example. In any case, I want to fulfill my obligation. A final courtesy to a great mentor, perhaps. Or perhaps not.
Perhaps I'm totally confused. Maybe I should ask about something else. In order to shoot a pistol, you need a bullet. Where was the bullet?
I entered the room. It took the pistol in my hand. The bullet was already loaded, ready to fire at any time. Ammunition's always prepared, you see.
Prepared for?
One never knows what a miracle will be called for. Ammunition always has 7 doves in his pocket and a white rabbit up each sleeve.
Clearly we're dealing with the professionals here.
Is this bullet that was loaded in the pistol really so important?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I don't think it's this either. I don't know why I'm tripping. Normally I don't trip these up this bad. If the pistol's already loaded, something doesn't make sense. Why weren't the victim's fingerprints on it?
You should know that we of the Troop Khmer are capable of many things, including, wearing gloves. But one of these being the levitation of iron balls without touching them.
There's no magic involved here. The shooter was just methodical is all. He simply wiped every single fingerprints. really do much with fingerprints that weren't there. Maybe I should ask about something else. Shit! They said the gun could only shoot one round if it's one gunpowder. Why was the gun reloaded? I've realized now our mistake. And by our mistake, I obviously mean mine. We know there were 2 guns. These people don't. I should mention this. So there are 2 pistols, and then our guy took the other one.
After all.
Alles game, alle gesehen, alle geboom. I like that. Number of pistols is quite important, Your Honor.
Very well. Please add this to your testimony.
Only 1 pistol was in the hospital room that night. With it, I shot the clown. So you took the only pistol there and fired it? That's correct. And that pistol was this one, which was left at the crime scene. A good show. I see you too are a magician of sorts. And you're an idiot of sorts. Have any idea what you just said? I see the fire in your eyes as you glare to fitness. So how about heating up this trial a bit? Slow battles bore me. Why is the Z broke? I got a hunch, but maybe that's all it is. Maybe I should ask about something else? And second thought, let's run with this testimony for a while longer. Fuck. No. Both of them received the same letter. Both admit to having gone to the hospital at the same time, but 2 fires are filed. One of them killed McNiffy. And to find the cracks in his testimony... Check the C key. No, the Z, as in zebra, is my problem. And I did check. Here we go. According to the defendant, Zach Gramere, when he entered the room, there were 2 pistols on the table. Oh, true. One of those pistols he used to shoot the clown in the forehead. Then he left with it in his pocket. Of course, this is what he would say. Unlike the hapless clown, we must assume our defendant has some brains in his head. Well, what about what Mr. Valiant has told us? You see, there's something about this time that doesn't make any sense. Why is it autoplaying?
What might that be? I told you I took the pistol that was there and I shot the clown.
Why is it autoplaying? That's your story, at least. But the rifling marks tell a very different story, Mr. Valiant. Recall what Prosecutor Gavin told us? We compared the bullet taken for the score with the bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullets were a perfect match. No, Z's not autoplay. Z's not, I have to hurry. Mr. Valiant, if you fired this pistol, then you shot the victim in the forehead.
Order. Well, this is a rather sudden...
What have I done?
Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
I owe the court an apology. Sorry. Sorry for what? You see, I was unaware that 2 of these unique pistols were crafted. The analysis of rifling marks only provides the type of gun that hides them. But that's not what you told us before. You said you'd verify the murder weapon. Which is why I'm apologizing to you now, quite sincerely, I might add. Would you hold me accountable for a mistake I made in my youth? That was just this morning. Dated autopsy report. I'm still young. And I might add it wasn't really my fault. The defendant had only admitted he took 1 pistol from the scene of the crime. He would not be having this pleasant discussion now.
Man Gramere?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, You were presented to this court as a witness, but you've proven to be more divisive than decisive.
God, this is difficult. I turned it on and off my key, but it's still going.
You'll see in time.
The testimony so far has merely been a review of the facts. The proof comes next.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna quit the whole game. Okay, fine. If that makes you feel better. And then hope that whatever the hell's going on will be fixed. Because I can't use Z, and the autoplay's not on, but it is auto-playing.
Wow, this is something, eh?
I'm here. I'm glad I was here for 5 minutes. Just don't Alt-Tab. Good stream. Good stream of bullshit.
The proof comes next.
Care to elaborate, Prosecutor Gavin?
When Mr. Van enters the hospital rooms, the victim had already been shot. As his next testimony will prove, right, the real fight's about to begin.
Bring it.
Oh, very well. The witness will now testify to the court. Help us determine who shot what. I arrived in the hospital room at the appointed time, which is to say 11:20 p.m. After discovering the body, I fulfilled my obligation, then called in the doctor. The doctor examined the body before the police arrived. It was quite clear about the time of death, 10:10 p.m. And the one in the room at the time was my partner, not me. That sounds rather close, you have to admit. You're talking about an alibi established over a matter of minutes. You use a 10-minute discrepancy as the basis of your alibi.
It's easy to explain the situation here, Judge. For example, take our debut hit single 13 Years Hard Time for Love. Cool to the song, press the play button, play for 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Do it 100 times, the result's the same.
The debut single was only 2 minutes and 15 seconds long. What a ripoff.
Magic is a word of utmost precision. Hocus pocus. It requires admirable focus. In the time of death determined by the doctor here, in incontrovertible truth.
Oh, very well. The prosecution wants us that we're dealing with rather precise times. We can expect the cross-examination to require the same level of precision.
I would hope the defense refrains from its customarily broad, sweeping accusations, lest we blur the focus this case so clearly demands.
Point taken. Baseless remarks result in penalty. Carry on, Mr. Wright.
Carry on. Right. There's a third magician between 11:20 and 11:25 who removed the IV. No. I don't think I'm stepping out on a limb to say I have some doubts about this. How could the doctor be so precise with the time?
We do usually only get an estimated time of death, true. I'm not sure I've heard of a verified time of death. Magic revels in making the complex appear simple, but reality is the opposite. What appears complex is, in this case, a simple matter of subtraction. I see another person has done their arithmetic homework.
The point here is that the IV the victim was taking. Quite visible with photograph of the scene. Recall what we heard earlier about the victim? Magnifico Mayor schedule? Every night at 10. 11 even. Magnifico took a trip for 30 minutes.
Actually, I feedback right there, yes.
Now looks a little closer. Follow the troop down with the bag to the end.
The needle's been removed.
Doubtlessly, it fell out when he was shot.
That would seem to be the case.
When the needle comes out, the IV no longer drips.
Just measure the remaining IV liquid.
Precisely. The IV liquid functions, for all purposes, as an hourglass of sorts. This is how the doctor determined the time of death. For the amount remaining in the bag, it was determined that the IV had been stopped 10 minutes after administration began.
Hmm. There was my cue.
And so it was, when I, Valiant, emerged, entered that room. 10 minutes had passed since that horrible crime was committed. And this is proof. Well, Mr. Wright?
Did that seem important? Well, seeing how it is the biggest clue we have to the time of death, I'd say it's very important.
Agreed. It would be hard to imagine a more precise way to determine the time. You're the power of arithmetic. Very well. The witness will add this to detail to his testimony. Sometimes the most magical thing of all is the truth.
Did you notice the IV by yourself? Did you notice the IV yourself by any chance?
When I first entered the room, the stench of gunpowder assailed me. Next, the mark of death above my pointer's forehead. And then, his left arm did I spy a rose, drooping and wilted. Its thorn, this discarded IV needle.
Knocked from the vein with the force of the shots. Lucky for you. If that IV had not been there, why, you might have been a suspect.
Indubitably so. I might say it's thanks to my lucky color.
Your lucky color.
Indeed, even today I wear it proudly upon my suspect self. For it always, without fail, brings me luck. Why, when Zack and Valiant won their first Magician's Grand Prix, yes, the very one held by the Association of International Magicians, I was adorned in this attire then too. In our trophy, a bust. Oh, what a day that was.
This is one trip down memory lane no one needs.
My lucky color, yes indeed, and that IV too. I say I think I was hued specifically for me, Valiant. That does seem to be the case indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, any thoughts on this testimony?
Valiant sure looks happy with himself. Okay, how about this lucky color testimony? Isn't that green? Isn't that green? It certainly sounds like your lucky colors brought you plenty of luck, but not this time. Mr. Valiant, your lucky colors betrayed you.
I'm afraid you've lost me.
Your Honor, the witness's testimony just now clearly contradicts the evidence.
Brent? Please recall my warning at the beginning of this charge examination, Mr. Wright. Baseless accusations will be duly penalized. I do hope this latest accusations were based.
Oh, don't worry. It's based.
Very well. See the evidence claim. Where's the evidence that contradicts what Mr. Valiant has told us?
At the fucking photo. Oh, different. No, that is Apollo's take, that, isn't it? That is definitely not Phoenix's. Crime scene tells all, Your Honor.
I prefer the crime scene.
Oh, this target color has me yearning for black and white, clear-cut simplicity. Tell us here, Wright, just where's the contradiction in this photo? Open your eyes, bozo. I assure you, it's quite simple. But I can't promise anything in black and white.
See what Mr. Wright has to say. What in this photo contradicts the witness's testimony?
Gandalf's Gatorade. Here. Finally, come here. Let's get one thing straight about your lucky color. It's yellow. Yes.
That kind of takes the mystery out of it, but yes. There's something wrong with the yellow, Mr. Wright?
Yes, there is. Decisively wrong, in fact. Take another look at the photo of the crime scene.
But perhaps you what's this? Confusion and doubt. Tell us your elderly eyes spy. Even my elderly eyes can see a problem here, Mr. Valiant. Look at that IV bag. It's full of Mountain Dew. Mountain what? A Mountain Dew. It's a highly sugary soda that is not very great for your health, mind you. I believe legally they claim that it could melt rats. However, it is being pumped directly into his blood. Yes, he was a gamer. What is this? What foul magic?
It would be hard to call the IV liquid yellow. And I'm afraid no magic was involved in the taking of this photograph.
No.
Hey, Necro.
Order. What does it mean?
This is some kind of mistake.
Oh yes, Prosecutor Gavin. Your witness's mistake.
The greener they are, the harder they fall. Suppose there's no substitute for experience. Now, Grammaire, as you reminded us several times, your lucky color is yellow, but the IV is clearly Mountain Dew. Well, this contradiction can mean only one thing. And let me tell you, you're about to get Baja blasted. And to think, you almost had me. I see your true colors now, Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright.
I'd certainly like to tell us, Prosecutor Gavin. As far as this court can tell, the witness's testimony does contradict the evidence.
Yeah, it's a contradiction. One that I shall be pleased to hand right back to Mr. Wright. How do you mean? How? Because the witness has made no mistakes. I agree at a glance the IV liquid does appear sort of greenish yellow. Don't. But I assure you the liquid itself is quite yellow.
A yellow liquid? How can you say that? As you know from this photo, it's green.
Yes, what color is IV bag itself?
The bag? You mean the plastic bag on the hook?
It looks like I want to say light blue?
Precisely. Figured out yet? Put the yellow liquid in the blue bag and
you get green.
This, incidentally, is the liquid's true color.
I see. Your explanation does have a ring of truth to it.
This is stupid.
How would he know it's yellow? As I thought. There's no substitute for experience, Prosecutor Gavin. But you may tell a good tale.
How do you know that IRL? Should he perceive it green? That's what I'm saying. Mountain Dew. Thank you, Zekrom.
But you've disproven something rather grave. For you, that is. Grave? The liquid in the IV bag is yellow. Yeah. But how did this witness know that? It's quite unnatural when you think about it. You did think about it, didn't you? Your Honor, the defense requests an explanation from the witness. At the scene of the crime, the IV liquid appears to be green. So, let me ask, how did the witness know that the IV liquid is actually yellow?
Dude, Mikey is on the same wavelength. Mikey saw this coming from a mile away. Because, oh!
Order. Mr. Wright, I'll explain this at once. The witness clearly knew the color of the IV liquid, so I'm sure it means something, but what?
I can think of only one possibility, Your Honor. The witness, Valen Grammaire, has testified that IV liquid is yellow because he'd seen it before.
If it's not Apollo, he would not have thought of that. So I want to go for the lines that, no, I mean, I think it's poorly written, but I think this is like he knew it previously, and he knew the IV liquid was color that night. And I think I would go with this one.
From the facts before us, the answer is clear. The witness knew that the IV liquid was yellow. Why? Because he'd seen it before. But not inside the blue bag we see in this photo. No, he saw the liquid by itself, in clear, colorless bag.
I suppose he would have had to, but I'm still not clear as to what all this means.
Ask yourself, why would he know if he didn't work at a hospital? That's where you'll find your meaning, Your Honor. I'm afraid I found nothing. So what if he knew the IV liquid's color? Leaves are getting excited over absolutely nothing to our teeny bopper fans, yeah? The IV liquid's only evidence proving the time of death, a 30-minute hourglass, with 20 minutes worth of sand remaining. Your claim, Prosecutor Gavin.
I remember it well.
However, there's a critical difference between an hourglass and an IV bag.
Wait, I know. An hourglass uses sand, an IV bag uses liquid. I'm right? I win? Did I do it?
As much as it pains me to say this, Your Honor, no.
Unlike the sands through an hourglass, IV liquid enters the patient's body, at which point, like magic, it disappears. However, what if the amount of IV liquid had increased. You couldn't tell, could you? After all, there's no way for knowing how much went in. Let me get this straight here, right? You're saying the witness watered down the victim's IV bag? Not with water, with IV liquid. That's how you knew the IV liquid was yellow.
No, wait. I said what? I said wait. How might an amateur such as myself essay to perform such a task?
I'm an amateur too, but I can pour water into a cup. I'm afraid there's quite a big difference between a cup and an IV bag. Quite. Can you prove our witness is capable of such a feat?
Here's a point, amateurs. I, at least, would have had some difficulty pouring IV into that bag.
You don't need to be an expert to see the look on the witness's face. He added liquid to that IV bag to throw off the whole time of death. I tired these fairy tales lacking evidence.
Well, Mr. Wright, initial evidence brings us back down to earth.
Well, Grimmaire, I'm afraid your magic won't serve you well in life of crime.
Might I ask what you're strongly suggesting?
Magic relies on props, and props become evidence. Our witness has certainly been able to increase the amount of liquid in the bag. All they had to do was work in a little magic. And the prop was this baby.
The victim's syringe?
It's the perfect prop for the magically increasing IV trick. And easily enough for an amateur to use. What kind of evidence is that? The syringe was clean, not a trace of liquid in it. And don't you find that odd, Prosecutor Yavin? What? The victim had the syringe to administer his insulin shots. There should have been traces of insulin left inside. Well, Valant Grimmaire, as you point out yourself, the IV liquid makes the perfect clock. One that you could manipulate at will.
Alakazam? I do believe, well, with this being his first, that the burden of this trial has been a bit too much to bear for Prosecutor Gavin. I'm afraid that, well, there's doubt as to the amount of IV liquid in the bag. The time of death cannot be proven, and that brings our trial to a close for today.
Well, maybe I can squeeze an extra day out of this. Do a little muchy investigation work.
I see there are no objections, don't it?
Truly, there's no substitute for experience. Nothing blinds one to truth so effectively. A word to the wise underestimates the young, and they'll sweep your feet out from under you in a way you never ever expected. You see, I know exactly what you're thinking. What's he talking about? You say the witness used the syringe to manipulate the level of the IV liquid, but there's no proof. There's no proof he didn't do it either. Yes, quite true. Huh? He's admitting it? Nor was this witness quite as decisive as I'd hoped. This, I admit, after all White Lincoln's past, but the future holds so much.
I have something in mind, Prosecutor Gav.
Proof, Herr Judge. I have another way to prove my case. With evidence, no less.
Well, what's this?
This is the victim Magnifique Gomez's diary. Diary? After going into hospital, Magnifique began writing memoirs, it seems. Story of his birth, style of debut, and of meeting his disciples. Seems he intended for the last chapter to end, quite appropriately, with death. Wait, the book doesn't say what the reason was, does it? The reason why his disciples couldn't refuse his last request? Sadly, it does not. What's important here is on the last page. Apparently, the victim wrote his journal that night, even after Ivy has begun at 11 p.m. Let's read it, shall we? Tonight's IV is in, maybe the last. I'll leave the rest to them. The first to come soon. Journal may end here or may go on, but not long. Depends on his hand. What was left of mine is to lay down this pen.
Does it have been written just before his death? This what accepts as an evidence.
Great. We're gonna ignore the serrated edges of the next page? Are you kidding me?
Read the very last part with particular care. Journal may end here or may go on, but not long. Depends on this hand. Of course, by his, your first two defendants, Zach Comer.
That would make sense, yes. He was the first scheduled visitor, after all.
But look what he said before that.
Can you analyze it?
It's the last page. Darian's here. Huh? What's this? Looks like a page was ripped out.
Now, isn't that interesting? Thank God. I don't want to present this shit.
Look at what we said before that. As your may end here or may go on. It may go on. Magnifico man tends to write again. That is, if Zach Gomer didn't pull the trigger. I see the defense understands the meaning of this. The victim's diary does not go on. It ends. Because Magnifico's life was brought to an end by its defendant, Zach Gomer.
Can't you, like, graphite the blank page to see what was wrote? Yes.
Gavin, are you certain that Magnifico man wrote this?
There's no mistake in his handwriting.
Well, it does seem to be significant.
Too much to ask for a DS game.
According to this, Magnifico didn't intend to continue his diary. Yet, if his diary ended here, which plainly it did...
And we're going to ignore the serrated edges because I'm an evil asshole. When Pussy was first visitor to Gomer, how do you like me now, man, right? Still too green for your taste? He's right about the diary being pretty clear. Still, I find it hard to believe that he'd overlook such an obvious problem with his precious evidence.
Well, Mr. Ryan, the witness testimony we heard was lacking. But put together with the says evidence, it seems quite sufficient for a case.
If the diary is accepted like this, the trial's over. Maybe it's time for me to show them something.
I'm left no choice but show my own evidence.
Well, but we have some evidence that overturns this diary.
It's not too late to rethink this and avoid more embarrassment.
Oh, very well. So is your evidence, Mr. Ryan.
Incidentally, don't even think of showing us this diary I've just shown to court. Now that we've come this far, I hope you have something a little more decisive. Just as a proof the victim continued writing his diary.
Alright, give me a pencil.
Whatever.
The size of evidence proving the diary didn't end this page is this ripped page which sets down the blah 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 blah. First, take a close look at the diary.
Not what I just said, you can't do that. That's not fair.
The page has been clearly ripped out.
Oh, what's this? I hadn't noticed that at all, because I'm blind and stupid.
That's why we're still here talking about this. Just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page.
I don't believe it.
Look at this page.
It's hard to imagine that the first visitor that night shot Magnifique Gomer. That's defense's position.
Wait, let me see that. What in Sam Hill? This is the continuation of the victim's diary.
Note the torn edge of the page. It's a perfect match with the torn remains of the last page of Magnifique's diary.
Quite remarkable. Would you care to explain what all this means, attorney?
The diary continued after his first visitor came, which means that the victim was still alive after Zach Gomer left, leaving no one to take his life but the second visitor. Valiant Gomer.
No. No! And handwriting, too. Matches that on 3 other pages. This is, without a doubt, a genuine article. Order. But wait. That's impossible. That old man couldn't have written that. Objection!
Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you, right?
Resist what? Presenting solid evidence?
Judge.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin?
Matter request reports that current cross-examination on hold. Prosecutor would like to call a new witness.
But Prosecutor Gavin, there's evidence overturns the current witnesses.
I ask only to put it on hold. Please, my new witness has a very, very important piece of testimony to give. 5 minutes, no more. I promise. Your Honor.
Well, if you put it that way so nicely, Mr. Wright, what's your take on this?
Well, Your Honor, judging from his enthusiasm, no. No, we're done today. We'll have to hear this new testimony sooner or later anyway, so it might as well be sooner. Epicon.
Then, though this is highly, highly irregular, I will put the cross-examination on hold and space up down. Now, Prosecutor Gavin, please bring this surprise witness to the courtroom.
I had a bad feeling just then. That ripped up page was too obvious. He must have known. I should have known it was a bad sign all around. Oh no.
Holding trial with no audiences first, even with me, Prosecutor Gavin.
I beg the court's understanding. I had to make a judiciary deal with a witness disclosed testimony. A judiciary deal? Details of his testimony may have some legal ramifications, shall we say. I sought to best contain the information to this room.
Very well. You're the witness, I gather?
Ah, yes. Yes, sir.
State your name and occupation
For the record.
My name's Stuart Misham. I'm a painter.
A painter? You're someone related to this case?
No, well, not per se.
I have one simple question for this witness. Mr. Misham, was it? Do you know what this is?
Oh, yeah. I know it well.
How is that possible? Have you seen the diary page number before?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I made it.
What? You made it.
Eh, you might call it one of my works.
Prosecutor's office received the tip-off yesterday. Illegal evidence to be prepared for the trial of Zach Gomer.
Illegal evidence?
I initiated an investigation and found this witness. The painter of the world at large, Drew Mitchum has another side, you might say. He's skilled in making perfect reproductions of certain things. Forgeries, in other words. Forgeries.
Well, so we are to understand that this page here is
a fake. Prepared by a certain defense attorney. Hold it. I didn't prepare this evidence. Ah, the attorney speaks. Something about this page, I presume. What's he saying? It makes no sense. After all, it was you who presented this evidence to us, Phoenix Wright.
Witness. Mr. Mission, wasn't? Who requested this forgery? Who was your client?
That I don't know. Well, most of my clients prefer to remain anonymous, even to me. I make the items they want and receive my payment. That's the extent of my contact with them. But there's no proof this is fake.
Or it's fake. To avoid just this sort of problem, I always put a special mark on my works. I can say without a doubt, this is mine.
Gavin is a jackass.
Mr. Wright, you have just presented illegal evidence to this court. My court.
It was careless of me. That's all I can say.
Oh boy. Here.
What's this?
I don't know, I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important.
It was all a trap. Fatal trap.
Mr. Wright,
Yes?
do you have an explanation for yourself?
If I did, would the court hear it?
Probably not. Forging evidence is a serious crime, and presenting it in court a serious mistake. A fatal mistake for an attorney.
Fatal too, perhaps, for your client, I fear. Tell me, what kind of defendant relies on forged evidence? The answer is quite clear. Okay, it's Yvonne. Your Honor, wait. I understand that presenting forth evidence in courtroom is a serious crime, but you cannot hold my client responsible for actions I undertook as an individual.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor? Another close call, I dare say. The prosecutor's office had received that hot tip. Everything would have gone the way you wanted it to, yeah? I even gave you a chance. Too bad you decided not to think before embarrassing yourself.
I see no need for further discussion on this matter. Special witness dismissed. Mr. Attorney,
Yes?
could I ask your name?
Phoenix Wright.
Mr. Wright, I have seen studied many people, but none like you. I remember you, Mr. Wright. Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. You have the right to find a new attorney and make an appeal. However, this court must... Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Zack. There's one thing I wish to make clear. Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. It's impossible. I'm afraid the defendant is quite mistaken. I most certainly have the authority to declare a verdict on you. Except, tell me, how do you plan on announcing your verdict when your defendant does not exist? What doesn't exist? What are you talking about? I'm talking about this.
Mr. Igmar? Nemo, you're forgetting that the plot hinges on announcing a new system with a jury. I feel the legal system is really messed up.
The defendant escaped. Find him, quick!
Oh, bailiff, those relics from the building. Honorable, he must be allowed to escape.
That day in that courtroom, a miracle occurred. The defendant, Chetty Ignar, aka Zack Grammaire, did not just escape from court. He literally, unbelievably, vanished. Right before the bailiff's eyes. No one ever saw him again. Not since that day.
This is the Grammaire miracle.
No verdict was declared.
Oh, that no verdict was declared. After all, the defendant didn't exist. That's how it happened. The trial of magician Zack Grammaire vanished, along with him, for all eternity. The mysteries that remained behind were all solved, however, but not until 7 years later.
That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work on their magic on the present, but you'll soon be finding all of this out for yourself. I imagine this is actually Phoenix. Which of Magnifique Grammaire's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant, Zack Grammaire, go? What dark truth lurked behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? Can you imagine he's been, living for 7 years under the witness's stand? Yeah. The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. That's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. When all the questions have been found their answers, a final trial will begin. First, you must chase the truth through them, and now,
Think of it as a game. Okay, I'm just gonna be talking like this because it's still some random dude.
yo, it's Ghost Trick. Huh? I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended, half finished, when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh,
And one more thing.
there's something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so, too, do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magadama. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Use Q and E to jump between the past and the present. Now let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It's right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now you may know the game. Let's play.
He's talking to us. Who the hell is Mason? It's quite unbased. Who is Mason? Mason! Oopsie. Mason!
The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare figuring out what happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, walk away. Figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. Besides, I had plenty of time. Thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away.
Good night, Nemo.
What strange sight doth mine eyes behold?
Excuse me?
Two men on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. Forger fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines.
There's been no proof that I forged anything.
Nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. The strange awaits. Stage, and what, may I ask, awaits you?
A piano and pull a hole in the wall?
Since you're here, what shall we discuss?
Shooting Magnifique Mare for one. Who pulled that trigger? Valent? Burner Zack. His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm gonna get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start.
I have the hint to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent.
Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear, and I never even touched it.
Glory's spotlight leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance itself is a revelation.
Revealing what?
That Grammaire killed Magnifi. That's as good as signed confession.
That's certainly been public's opinion's take on it.
I grow tired of my cage. The time my release is near, I must go and prepare.
Planning on jumping back into the magic right away?
As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valent. And so,
Yes.
now that my partner has disappeared, Magnifi's repertoire is mine. And the Grammaire has a tradition to uphold.
True.
Seeing this light, the trial's quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity.
The suspicion on you has been lifted entirely, Val. After all, you've received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnifi's instructions as your partner.
So I was, but only Zack Grammaire followed them. Let's not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot.
I'm more interested in learning something else, actually.
What might that be?
I don't know what Magnifi had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him?
The trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you don't know.
No what?
A great magician never reveals his secrets.
Oh boy. Oh, Jesus. I didn't think it would be that easy.
The audience must remain forever in the audience, fading in the reflected glow of the spotlight.
And Nagatama, my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case, can show me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they tell me their secrets. Nagatama starts it all, and Nagatama ends it. We're so back. 300% he's guilty of something. Back to what? Back to the old games. Fuck. I keep thinking it's E to like go in. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. Didn't want to have to remember that day.
Well, though I deeply regret having to declare effect this way, well, trial is over. Oh, Your Honor. Yes, Mrs. Zack.
There's one thing I wish to make clear.
Today in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. Oh, what are you talking about? Talking about this.
Hold on, I gotta check something.
Missing Namar! Oh my...
Hello?
You cannot live with your own failures when they lead you back to me.
Now you know whose birthday it is today. Go on, Mikey. Special skip. Find divine. Quick.
Bailiff, close the legs of the building.
You do? I do.
Round the double. You must not be allowed to escape.
When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge, but now? Like an amputated limb. I still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. I don't have my badge anymore. My badge is gone. Greenhorn defense attorney I happened to meet. I call him Apollo. At age 15? Is that what we're talking to? Incarcerated in the Central Penitentiary for the murder of Shady Smith? Wasn't Shady Smith... What the hell? What? This... I don't think we're supposed to get this information so soon. What the... I say, down with the hands, floor on your head, now! Look who it is. What's the big idea? My ears... No unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in here. It's kind of weird, but all considering a simulation is replay. Yeah. Oh, okay. That would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed. Zoink! Zoinks! I didn't say it like it is, sir. And it's usually wrong. For another precinct. Lost my friends, my girl, even my wallet. We've met before, haven't we? On a case 2 years ago? No recollection of that, sir. Huh? For me, working on a case is always the present progressive tense, sir. There's no past. There's only now, sir. Okay. You're the bailiff, right? Yes, sir. Court bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir. I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who will let the magician escape. I've been trying to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir. But you were a regular police officer once, right? Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir. Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So, you're still in charge of security at the time of the vanishing? I'm dying over here. Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir. Thrown out the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, even my wallet. Guess I wasn't the only victim. Last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing a uniform. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but last year, tragedy struck a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times. In 3 days, they fired me. That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing. So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lonely bailiff. But your uniform. I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired. That can't be legal. So you're the one who let the magician get away with that day? I'm dying over here. A star rises among the court bailiffs, full of hope. Then tragedy strikes. Is there anything you can tell me about it? Eaglewood Love Remastered, Laura. Jesus Christ. About Zangramir's disappearance. Oh, the humanity! That's enough of that. Yes, I said it was around 2 p.m. when I heard a commotion in the court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open. Slam! And some guy's right there in front of me. Face! So, you saw someone suspicious coming your way. And I was being a bailiff of little standing. I gave chase. I chased that silk hat all the way down the hall, sir. I have a diagram of the court building here. It's courtroom number 7, that's where I was, sir. All by myself, never a friend to call my own. Okay. Which way did Zangramir run after bursting through the courtroom? He went up, like this, and then around the corner, like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. And then I turned the corner. I saw that magic man run to the defendant lobby. Swiftly I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like it was right there. Yes, it was. Lobby number 2, sir. You ran into this room. I don't see any place to hide in here. Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke. He was just gone. That's impossible. Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying. I'm dying over here. Okay, I won't say it again, I promise. But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. You search the lobby? I searched. Why the pause? There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir. How can he talk so loud and still be hiding something? Vanished into thick air. True. So, Vac was in this room when he vanished. Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes. That red silk hat, that flowing cape, he ran right into here, right inside this room. Silk hat, cape, that's exactly right. But, sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there's nothing I could do, but nothing, sir. What about now? Have any ideas? Sir? Ideas about what exactly, sir? If you don't mind me asking. We've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what the trick he might have used to disappear like that? Oh my god. Cyclops. Is that gonna be the thing? Is that there's gonna be somebody with Cyclops at every location? My dad came in here, handed me stuff to put away, and then left with the dog. Anyway, hi, hello. I feel like I feel like the solution is too obvious. Excuse me, Christ. Yeah, that it's his daughter. that's my theory. Anyway.
Oh, morning, Daddy.
I'm so glad you came.
Okay, Daddy. I peel on you.
I'm fine as always. This old boy seen him after all.
That's young man to you.
Good morning.
That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks. My first show's today, after all.
First show. 2 weeks past this though. I called her into my office. This 8-year-old? Oh no. Hey Tracy, there's something we need to talk about. Been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. You start thinking about future? I did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a little while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. Don't like it here, you can go wherever you like. You could look up some places you might like to stay at. It's so weird.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Huh? But the fuck?
So if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family?
I guess so. Getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney?
Why don't you just call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
Okay, say Daddy.
That was fast. What the fuck? Yes.
I move here. I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. So thanks.
Ah.
Oh, and this office, it's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know?
Ah.
Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this.
Tracy. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll just fine, Daddy.
Thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? Heyo. Hi, Breeze. Welcome to Maya. Where is Maya? Do you guys forget that she's like the leader of the Kurain village? Like, she has to do that shit. She can't just play like attorney assistant all day. Apparently I'm a weirdo for not minding that she's gone. Why is she visiting? She's busy. I don't know. Why aren't you visiting? Huh? Nick feels so depressing. I mean, he just got fired. I don't blame him. Where? The Phoenix Wright Co-Law offices. Duh. That's where. Where's Nick's housewife? I'm right here, pal. Hey, I made you some grilled cheese. You want some? Also, may I just say, Breeze, I'm gonna need your help here. If you don't mind me calling out like this, you're kind of a third person outsider. Someone came in the first few days I was streaming this, and they asked me my thoughts on Maya, and I said, I don't know, like, she's a character, whatever. I don't mind that she's not here. It's whatever. Am I a weirdo to the Ace Attorney community? I didn't like her that much. Like, positively neutral. Probably. Well, that's not exactly the answer I was looking for, but are you a hero? That's news to me. She's the OG psychic. I would rather have Gumshoe all the time than Maya. Like, I don't know, what was she about? Hi, I'm psychic. I can be possessed by people, but I only do it like twice. I like burgers. It's supposed to be like noodles. People know what ramen is, but I'm gonna say burgers in this translation. And that's it. Like, not to say that she's like flat in terms of like Maya slander. I just mean like, I don't know. Like, I didn't dislike her, but like, I don't mind that she's gone. I actively missed Gumshoe. I was passively paying attention and I heard ISJ am the hero of the Ace Attorney community. No, I may have mispronounced a weirdo. Am I a weirdo of the Ace Attorney community? A hero? I see where the mispronunciation or mishearing could come in. I am a hero. I am brave enough to say that Maya is fine. Trucy has little to no value in the whole plot. Okay, hold on. Let me clarify. I'm not saying Trucy is better. I'm not saying I prefer Trucy over Maya. I'm saying I don't miss Maya. They fill the same hole. They're fine. I don't know. She looks smaller. Well, she is 8, so that would happen. Maya feels inconsequential, but I feel like Nick can't take care of himself. And so now he's adopted a girl boss 8-year-old. Anyway. So, Dad, you got fired for being a lawyer, right? You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me. For Daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? No one will be my friend at school that way.
Well, that won't do, I guess. As I finally said, I've said it like 17 times today. Gumshoe became the housewife when he got fired. This girl needs 2 dads. True. I just don't know about anything other than law. Or even much about law, if you were to ask some people.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You got me, don't you? I'm a professional.
A professional?
Yep. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Gramaire.
Directly descended? He's your father.
Oh, and I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too.
I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy, Zach Gramaire?
Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy's so amazing.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to say this.
The biggest star of the troupe Gramaire, and they're big.
The Gramaires. They were on television a lot. I haven't seen them on recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zach and Val and Gramaire together, you know. Once they made a giant waterfall right there on the stage, and this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall.
Let me guess. There was a giant fisherman waiting from the top?
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
I shouldn't have brought up so soon.
I wonder what will happen to me when Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mommy.
I have my magic and a great daddy, even if he's unemployed. You know, I think things are gonna be okay.
What if we should talk about her mother? So, Trucy, you're a professional?
Yes, it's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs.
They say that.
I just thought it was funny though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. Oh, stupid.
Right. So, in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy?
That's right. Well, want to see a trick?
You're gonna do a magic trick. Fuck it. No, I'd like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit. Ready? Here goes. Ta-da!
Holy shit. Hey folks, Mr. Hat. Gotta say it's good to be seen. Oh, you can see her arm move. Aww. I like that detail. That she's not as good at it. Not as good at it right now. Whoa, that was startling.
The amazing Mr. Hat, isn't he great?
Your friend Mr. Hat at your service.
Generally makes an impression.
Isn't he? So glad you like him, Daddy.
Well, my routines will get a bit ahead of your times. Get it, Eddie?
My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. wait, that's on my. Why is that in the court record? Why is that in the court record? I saw her left arm wriggling. Yeah, we're in the past though, where she wasn't as good at magic. In the future, you don't see her arm moving, and I think that's a really fun detail. Did you tell me about your mommy? If it's okay.
Mama was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage.
On stage? I mean, your daddy.
Yep.
That's the police, Mr. Hat. So I was right. I thought it was really just her running around, and this dude's just so incompetent.
She was always there with Zach and Valance, finally.
And then she went away. Went away?
It's a grand illusion. But she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she know how to get back.
Maybe so. Hey, Joseph Darinocone. I'm sure I nailed that. Anyway.
I cried then. A lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
Nope. Nah, I'm sure I nailed it. Oh, hey. Oh! This is your mother. Joseph Darenick 124. No. Like Joseph Darenokin? I'm so sorry. Darenicone. Why does she look like Lemoire? Why not? She's beautiful, dude. Cone with a K. Darenicone? There you go. There it is. It's that simple. Darenicone. Stop it. Hey, is this your mom? Dude, she's hot.
Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Grimare.
Poor girl. And her mommy had gone missing. Now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes, going for milk.
Hey, Daddy, you won't.
Don't worry. I won't vanish. I promise.
Right, you can't even do magic.
You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan. Guess I rate as a backup plan. Alright. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow.
What? Are we representing anyone?
Me and you. That makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent.
I'm sure there's something you're good at.
Well, when you put it that way,
I mean, you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. Boy should always have his trick or two in his pocket.
okay, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy.
Oh, welcome to the team, Daddy-o.
The team. Right. Phoenix, you have an art degree. Just because he knows art doesn't mean he can make it. Maybe he just liked writing about it. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. And so Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy. She was my light. Is the present available? No, not yet. Fuck! I mispressed a button. Meanwhile, at the True Studio.
I figured you'd come here sooner or later.
I said it on sooner. True Misham, was it?
I haven't done anything illegal.
And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions.
I suppose you have that right. That day, in High Court continued to chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit, you made quite an impression on me.
I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations.
Phoenix Wright, was it? I answer what I can.
Not sure, but feels like I'm being watched. Intensely. Oh, hey.
Ah, this is my daughter. Vera, say hello.
She's gone.
Shall I begin then?
Half-ro. Yeah, we see it from a different angle. It's not half an afro, okay? Judging from this place, you're a painter?
Not sadly a profitable one. I never sold a painting. Social considerable embarrassment. Could be able to get by with only me.
Your daughter?
Her mother grew weary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That's why I began my other occupation.
Forgeries.
Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for.
But some of your works aren't paintings, correct?
Don't believe when I tell you this. But that was my first work outside of a painting.
What?
I just think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility.
Then why'd you take the job?
I was well paid. Very well paid.
I think he feels worse about it than I do. This is hard to escape.
Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course.
Sorry, but it's not gonna be quite so easy. I'm trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Mr. Mishram, I was wondering if you could tell me about this.
I've not been in much touch with the outside world for some time now.
Sorry, but that isn't much of an inspiration to me.
Oh, so now he's the sensitive artist. Okay, let's get more direct. Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed my life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too. That's why I have to know. And you have to tell me.
I know it would be difficult to escape this.
Then let's talk. Well then, you gonna tell me about this work you did?
It was unlike anything I had attempted before.
This would be a little different from paintings.
That's not what I meant. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy.
This wasn't a copy?
A client gave me 2 things a day. The first was a sample page, its reference. The second, a printed document I could only surmise was written by my client.
So, you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote?
Yes, as I said, it was my first job of that nature.
So, who was your client?
As I said in course, I do not know.
Really? Give us such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester.
I never met them, not personally.
Cyclone, of course. Seems you're still hiding something. Something about this work? Alright. I think we can start with this guy. I don't know how we're going to tackle the other 2 at this time. Is that in this room when he vanished? Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes. Eyes! We read this. Oh, that's right. I have to present the thing. I can't just ask again. Yeah, I have to present. Oh no, I don't have to present. It's here. The button. There's a button for it. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out. Hey, what's with the atmosphere? You know, all of a sudden. You know something? I'm gonna find out what. Zach Gramaire vanished from this room. How'd he do it? How? Sir? Well, sir, I can't say yet. Sir? Why are you so nervous if you're hiding something? Oh, sir, is it at the time, sir, I was here and... listen, it was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do anyway? What'd you just say? Sir? Did I say something, sir? No, you screamed it through the megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there? Sir, I'm gonna have to invoke my right to remain this thing of not talking. It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I knew he was here in this room that day. Sorry, sir. I never seen that girl until just the other day. Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it. Sir? Sir, that day, she was here, in the room. Sir, but he wasn't. You mean, he chased her into this room, not him? Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician. He's 7 foot. Hold on, Zach isn't that tall, is he? Okay, yeah, me and dude, he's just like me. Phoenix Wright is just like me for real. Didn't they used to list height? I don't think they did they? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine anyone would mistake a little girl for Zach Gramaire. But you saw something. And therein lies the trick. Not again, SJ, please. He's just like me! I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Pull my finger. What's that? Girl's favorite trick. The amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it here in her show and down the Wonder Bar. If you want to know, Phoenix is 5'8". Huh.
You been to the Wonder Bar? So it wasn't a walking dream, was it, there, sir? Come again? Oh, that night on stage, I saw a vision. Except it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. Amazing, Mr. Hat. He really exists. I remember it clearly, though the details are quite vague. Zach Max exited the room. I gave chase and cornered him in the corner room, sir. Zach Max, don't even think you're gonna escape Meekins. Down on your hands, floor on your head. Hello? Hello? Something matter, mister? No, that is it. Sorry, I'm currently chasing a suspect. Sorry. Zach Max, do you know him? No. Oh, I love Zach Max. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan. I see. That's why you're wearing the costume you're wearing, right? Anyway, that's the very same Zach came in this room. But no one's been in here except me. But he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa? In the trash can? Behind the painting? Under the rug? So, Trissy was his accomplice. Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later, I just happened to walk into the bar and see him. Mr. Hat. I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought it had been a long dream. A dream that lasted a week. It was the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat. Oh. Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. We were standing by the door, and out came Zach. But that wasn't all. Another person got in the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2, along with Mr. Hat. Ah, that's the beauty of it, isn't it? So, while you were standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner and most likely runs to the closest door, to lobby number 1, where you come in. You turn the corner in a rather lukewarm pursuit, and at the very moment, Trucy runs into the lobby number 2. Then, all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat. Good night, Eagle. Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. And then I saw that cape. Sacramento's real cape fluttering like a cape. Astounding sight. All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing quarries wasted. And it was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die. Or the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait.
That's sweet, Soros. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffer on account of this case.
It's an honor, sir. I apologize to people many, many times, sometimes more than once, but this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me.
Actually, about that girl, I'm sort of her guardian now.
That's all. Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor.
Okay.
I let the defendant escape. That's the stone cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be sitting side by side with the great Detective Gumshoe.
Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar, if you want.
It's an honor, sir. I can't count the number of things I've had taken from me, sir. But no one's ever given me anything for free. Right, I'll see you in court next time then, sir.
I look forward to it. All eyes were on Zach Gramere that day in court until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery's been revealed, so the magicians remained out of sight. It'll be 7 years before I met him again. What? Too bad, Meekins, he's mine. Shit. Oh! I can go to the Borscht Club? I kinda have to, don't I? I don't have enough proof for either. What's the Borscht Club got?
Oh, hey.
I'll be taking my leave now. She'll have some work to do back at the office.
Then I guess I'll go back to my piano.
To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then.
Turn rest of my shift. Oh, that's right. He is in the Central Penitentiary for the murder of Shady Smith. I remember. It's the first case. For some reason, I thought that his real name, Zach Gramere, was Shady something. I was confused. Must be a popular first name. Where's left of my shift? Or if we'll get any customers tonight.
Hey, do you know who I am?
Yeah, popular first name, guys. very, very popular first name. Hey, buddy. Hey. Here's a tip for you guys. If you're gonna vanish off the face of the planet, don't keep the same first name. Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding. I don't do requests.
I'm a different sort of person. See, I play cards.
Oh, customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys.
Secret Rule competition. Heard the Borscht Bowl Club is the perfect place for this.
Also, by the way, that means it was his necklace with his daughter in it. That's very sad. It's tragic. Jesus Christ.
I see the rumor's true.
And this is a friend of yours? Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't mind me. I'm just a friendly neighborhood newsman. Ooh.
He will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. This competition will be between us, no others.
The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists, and I'm number 2. I play piano. Well, sort of. I'm actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. God damn it. Don't ask me how I got started. I don't remember. But I'm good. Real good. It didn't take long for the rumors to get around.
Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost.
People don't come to hear about me tickle the ivory. Come to watch me play cards. This is a CD poker club? No. It's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes. There's no money involved, but real players carry cash. They're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. And let's compete. I'll take you to the room.
Right, yes. Before we go,
Yes?
allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sadie Smith.
Oh, and I'm Preschel. Spark Preschel. Mr. Porter.
Oh, I'm...
No. Phoenix Wright.
Oh?
You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still don't know who I am?
Have we met?
Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. Oh, what are you talking about? I'm talking about this.
Mr. Lieber! Oh, it's a just escape! Find him quick! Have we done this like 5 times? Remember this part that happened like 30 minutes ago? You can't be But you're Zach Grammaire?
Yes, reincarnation act of the century. Pretty heavily applied fraud. You.
Zach Grammaire? Was he a bad dream? In a sense, this guy's ruined my life.
You there?
Ah.
We'll play soon. Read the room.
I will be playing the hideout for you. So, why does this guy want to fuck me over? he strips me of my badge, and then he tries to like me. All right, I'm literally Phoenix Wright, and he tries to strip Phoenix of his poker playing like title. He comes out of hiding and be like, you know what? I'm gonna make you fuck up. Really him? The Zach Grammaire?
No, I'm Shady Smith. Remember this.
He probably thought you were who forged the evidence and paid for it. Maybe. How many years has it been now? 6?
Exactly 3 days from now, it'll be 7. It cost you so much inconvenience, I fear.
Yeah, you could say that.
Is she well? Lucy, I mean.
She's fine. I got her working already. Hope you don't mind.
I need hardly express my gratitude, but you have it. This is why I've come. That, and to settle a matter of cards.
By which you mean poker. Besides, he's serious.
I despise losing above all else, and so I have decided that I will win tonight, no matter what it takes.
I know this guy's type. And they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary.
It takes time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And you.
What in the fuck is going on? We competed that day, 7 years ago too.
Yes. You must have been surprised. Called the center out of the blue.
2, 1. Showdown time. I lost. Something game of poker. I played for a long time.
And I lost twice. Who was the first?
Who's the first?
Merrick killed, of course.
Ah. You choose your defense attorney by playing poker?
Some are hired, others fired. We could beat. You see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of? I know what you do.
Trucy's power?
Trucy? She has a glass of her own.
7 years I've played poker here at the Porch Bowl Club. Can you meet me here 7 years in the past? I have something to ask you. I lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. She sends me signals.
Danny, he's got a good hand. You might have a chance if you act quick. Better call Suzu.
Can you tell me what her power is?
Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic, but those of Trucy's line possess far greater skill.
Her line.
Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost.
Magnifique Grammaire.
That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it.
Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Grammaire blood or something?
Run.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but it is something told lightly. Not something told lightly to outsiders. It is nothing you need to know at this time.
some kind of Grammaire secret then. Fine. I don't give a shit. Hey.
She's 15 this year.
She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know?
I see. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause.
Wait, you were planning on vanishing from the get-go?
Yes, and for that, I must apologize. However, I cannot be found guilty that day. Because of this.
This?
A transferal of rights. You see the signature?
A transferal? That Magnifique Grammaire signature, isn't it? Hereby give all rights to the secret staging and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. And the recipient's name is you, Zach Grammaire?
Yes, it is I.
Wait, this page looks torn.
You recall the diary, yes?
First, take a close look at this diary.
Yes, I recall the diary. You don't have to. Not the page, but clearly, but ripped out. This is what happened. Wait, what? Let me see.
How could I forget? Scrap paper just lost me my attorney's badge.
Where's the real page that was torn from the book? Magnifi gave it to me that night.
You could have told me this earlier, like 7 years earlier.
Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could prepare to do my escape. It was all I could do to prepare my escape from that courtroom.
Oh.
Razor Magnifi Grammaire's illusions are true art.
Wait, what diary? The one that ruined my life? Yeah.
Razor Magnifi Grammaire's illusions are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. The bearer may perform his illusions on stage.
It's a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple.
Surveyor to this art, I too want to rifle air.
Rightful?
I don't recall. Okay. Gandalf got shot. And we had to argue that it was, Omni-Man in yellow and not Shady Smith here. But, eventually it was shown, oh yeah, he had a diary, and if you read it, it says, no, I'm joking. You caught me monologuing. I was ready. I was like, oh, you missed it. Let me tell you. Oh, yeah, the diary, the one that ruined my life? I don't recall. I'm Phoenix Wright. No, I'm Phoenix Wright. He's just like me. Rifle?
I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor.
Your daughter.
And it's why I never stalled to come here tonight. Russell.
Sorry? Here you go. Your gumshoe? He's just like me for real. What's this?
A letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. To have you sign here as a witness.
But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary besides.
I mean, I look it, but I'm a certified notary.
You are?
Ooh. By day, I wear notary's glasses on for news. Also by day, I wear reporter's glasses and notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well.
Your signature, please. This is the first reason I've come here tonight.
Oh. Finally figured it out. Now I know you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said.
Precisely.
There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention that all their possessions.
Exactly. Which is why I'm here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document. Before my 7 years are up. You might say, I'm securing my daughter's inheritance.
But do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically?
Not in this case, I'm afraid.
This case?
Yes, I received the performance right from Magnifi Grammaire. However, this was done in secret, without witnesses. Before Magnifi died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zach Grammaire, and Valen Grammaire. Not Trucy.
I see. So you need this document.
I've known Bushel since before I vanished. He's a man I trust. Now, only 3 know of my rebirth.
I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background, and found you had no other close kin.
As you say.
Okay. I was kind of hoping you'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery.
bitch.
This person in the photo is Trucy's mother.
How'd you come by this?
Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone.
Then it is so.
Huh?
He's gone. What more to say?
Lots?
I know.
Oh, you're still here?
According to my in-depth research, Tracy's mother, Magnifica Mare, only daughter, end quote.
What? Magnifi's daughter? Is that true, Mr.
Russell, saying too much.
Why am I the bad guy? Why?
Zach decked him.
In the case, Mr. Wright, discussion is over.
Jessica Mare. She's the most mysterious of the whole lot. You've got me some more evidence, clearly.
Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. We begin our game. My final competition.
Final? Why?
As you said, I've come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once this is done, I shall slip once more on the ground.
Seeing your daughter.
It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago, I played. 7 years ago, I lost. I already lost to Magnifi. And I can't lose to another. I have heard that you never lose.
It's just a rumor.
Yes, but it's impossible to never lose. This one's an ace up one's sleeve. As a magician, it causes me to no end of irritation. I think a mere lawyer might be out there, pulling the wool over so many eyes.
Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you should try lightening up.
How's that? This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record. Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned.
It's beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards.
Russell, you may leave.
But it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop.
I punch, but still, it's not enough.
I just remembered a future prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, and nice meeting you, Piano Man.
Let's begin. Dealer, you will be my witness to our competition.
He's on that from me. Why haven't I seen her around here before?
That reminds me. I saw a familiar face into this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe was his name.
You know him?
After a fashion. Listen, Jake's right. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this.
Grimmaire power. Close understanding it, but I need more. I knew where to get it. Josie's mother. And to meet that reporter again. That was clear. And one other thing. The moment my final competition with Zach began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. The name Zach Grimmaire knew. But how? And why? Solitary Cell 13. Can I go back to this? Because I wasn't done here. Yeah, there's the Magitama. I have to do his Magitama. Even talk to this dude. Finish this Magitama. Finish this Magitama. And there's 2 zones that we haven't even entered. And who the hell is Mason? Anyway. Thank you, 2 monkeys, for following me in the dead of night. Hi, comrade. Good night. Mason. And then Hattie, thank you for 12 months. Thank you. Thank you for the stream. No problem. We should be good tomorrow. Keep going. I'm relatively sure. I'm sorry that it's so touch and go, but it was only fun part stream. What? What?
What?
WarioWare Touch and Go. You guys have a good evening. Have a good night.